Right? Let's see here. Browser on. Everything else on. I think that's good. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Notification squad. Alrighty. Let me just. I'm sorry. I should have done this beforehand. Why don't I ever do things like right before? I need to do one little thing. I'll be right back. Right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry for the wait. I had to go get a soda. As you people know, I have. Well, I'm not soda addicted. I just need one every couple hours, or I don't know. I get bored. I feel insane. I get not withdrawals. Just I get things that make me need to have a soda. Hey, Zarafati, Mosin. I'll just call you Mosin. All right. So a lot of people had recommended me that I watch the Valve free to play. I actually don't know anything about it. I think someone told me that. Oh, where is it? Uh, Free to play documentary of Ti. A lot of other people recommended me to watch it, but I decided to just kind of where did I put it? Here it is. A lot of other people recommended it to me, but I got rid of those notifications. I just kept one so I'd remember to actually do it on a day that been that I feel tired, but still got to keep my stream schedule. So, as far as I know, it's about the first TI. So let's go ahead and watch it. Wait, how old is this? This is 10 years old. Jesus. All right, let's get to it. You didn't know I'm a streamer. I'm confused. How did you come upon me then? Was it my YouTube videos? Uh, I think I'll leave the subtitles on just in case anybody else, I don't know, needs them. Hey, Risky, thank you for following. Appreciate you. But yeah, if you look at my YouTube videos on the top left corner, there's always the Twitch chat.
Details as they told us last time, $1 million in US dollars for first prize. That is for the winner, $1 million for winning.
For most
Dota.
videos, anyway.
It's going to be huge. Dota2.com. The tournament tab is up to. Our website will actually change for the next 24 hours as well.
Dota2.com. You know, that never occurred to me. Does Dota still have a website? Dota2.com. What would I find here? Okay, I guess I could see news on Dota. Oh, that's funny. It never occurred to me that they'd have like an official website. I mean, what popular game franchise doesn't, right? But I think patches, gameplay updates, I feel like all that would just show up on Steam anyway, so there's not really a need for the website. But I guess, like, you know, anyone that searches up Dota on the search engine is going to want to find a website. Actually, if I type Dota 2 first, what on the search engine, what would show up first? Do you guys think Steam will show up first, or do you think the actual Dota website will show up first? All right, fair enough. The Dota 2 website, then r/Dota, Wikipedia, Team Liquid, then Dota 2. Wow. I'm surprised that Steam isn't like the first, if not second thing to show. But all right. All right. No more of all this nonsense. Let's get on to the video. I'll try not to interrupt it anymore.
I transformed into an adult was the day I started playing Dota. Times like when you go out on the stage, you
Thank you, Mosin.
represent a
Appreciate
country
you.
or something, you get the prize. It's the amount of
Oh, it already has
satisfaction
subtitles. All right, let's get rid of those.
and achievement that nothing else can give you. It's something I definitely not regret ever doing. Gaming is simply the proudest thing in my life.
I wouldn't say, well, maybe it's different when you're like,
It can be called a gamer, but for me,
maybe it's different if you're a professional gamer, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever really thought of gaming being a proud thing for me. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I hide that I'm a gamer. It's just that I never thought to take pride in being a gamer.
it's something different. One way to forget about pain is to do something that you will be in completely. So, computer games, for me, it was everything.
Escapism.
This is my career. I've chose to do it for so long. Success in my eyes is always based off on how other people see you. In the eyes of the public.
Okay,
And it's up
you gonna
to
have
them.
subtitles or not?
It's important to be doing things that you love and you really appreciate because that's your passion, man. You should really work for your passions.
Okay, it's my opinion. It is my opinion. That's a little insulting to have subtitles for like one particular person, but not everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you have 7 minutes to set everything up, and then we go.
This is the first time I really wanted to take something seriously and do something good for my life.
Damn,
10 years
that
ago,
looks awesome.
competitive gaming wasn't even really a thing. You would play for fun against your friends. Maybe you'd play for a cup of coffee or whatever you wanted.
I haven't seen a LAN party in fucking ever.
We've been fighting for 24 bottles of beer as the first place. I'm not joking.
From there, though, online happened. And all of a sudden, you weren't just trying to be the best on your block. Now you're trying to be the best in the world. And that opened up competitive gaming to a whole new landscape. And one of the games really leading the way is Dota.
Dota is sort of a combination of football or soccer for the Americans and chess. This is probably how I would try to explain Dota to someone who's not familiar with it. At least that's what I did to my parents.
Dota is a game of momentum.
You as 5 players try and battle against the other 5 players' momentum.
Every single player.
I think the volume is a little too loud. I think it might be a little loud.
Is to destroy the final enemy building, which was called the Ancient.
Damn, Dota's gonna look hella different, ain't it? Because this is supposed to be. Oh my god, those graphics! It looks like something that was made with Source Filmmaker in today's day. It still looks good, but damn, you know, so many people do such great work.
But it literally never gets boring. I would say Dota is a way of life.
When the prizes started coming, I was like, oh, well, we have like tournaments, so obviously some people is going to come and say like, well, this is a great game, let's play it, like, let's put money in it. And it started progressing each year.
Those at the top level, they
Makes sense.
do like lots of calculations in their head. Something like A Beautiful Mind, where you see like all kinds of things, and using all this information, make your next move.
What the fuck? Z for Blink Dagger. What? I already for one thing, I already know he's playing Earthshaker. That is something that I would have never noticed had I watched this at the beginning of my Dota journey. I understand that he's playing Earthshaker, and I think that's pretty cool progress for me.
I see it in a lot of ways similar to basketball, just like a 5-on-5 game where you kind of have to work together and utilize each other's strengths and synergizing everything together. The teamwork and the trust and the sacrifice, those are all.
You use space for Blink? What do you mean you guys use what for Blink? I just use the number keys. Why are you guys using other keys? That's so weird for me. I don't get it.
True for every single team sport.
Dota is a game that unites everybody. It doesn't matter what country you're from, what race you are. It's kind of like a bond that is shared. And when you're part of this tight-knit group of people, it's like having a second family. That's something you never let go.
Everyone's searching for something. Fulfillment.
What do you mean you can't hear anything? Hold on. Let me check. Let me check the feedback myself. Everybody else hears it just fine, right? Yeah, I hear it.
Fame. Satisfaction. It gives you the ability to become someone else. Someone who is powerful, who can take down 5 opponents, express their creativity, break the rules without actually getting arrested. All of these reasons.
Some of y'all's key bindings are cursed. I just use the numbers.
He might not even know. He might not even understand it himself. But it's there.
The volume is too quiet for the browser? Sounds good to me.
Gaming fulfills my competitive need. I'm a very competitive person when it comes to
Video volume is low.
Gaming a sport, so
Alright, I'll turn it up a little bit.
I feel it with Dota, so that it fulfills that side of me completely.
Fer's one of the
How's
best in
that?
America, if not the best.
Good.
He has a lot of experience. He's one of the old hogs.
Put it as more.
And he's generally just a calm guy.
Hold on, I need to go back a little bit because I was like distracted setting up the volume.
But it's
I know, I understand, and I just corrected it. Oh wait, you probably have like a delay.
Gaming fulfills my competitive need. I'm a very competitive person. When it comes to sports, I consider gaming a sport, so
I'm sorry. This is gonna be the last time that I talk about this because if I keep reading chat and pausing, I'm gonna get distracted again. Default Dota keybinds are ZXCVBN. What the fuck? How? How is that a thing? And how is that a thing that YouTube has the big delay? YouTube should only have like a like should it even have a delay? I have it on the lowest possible thing. Let me see if I can edit that real quick right now. Because if we're gonna go on, I may as well just try to lower the latency as much as possible. Because I always have it on the lowest latency because I want people to be able to react in real time. I don't know. It looks like it has like a 5-second latency for me. All right, I'm just gonna leave it like that.
I use my competitiveness and I fuel it with Dota, so that it fulfills that side of me completely.
Fear.
He's one of the best in America, if not the best. He has a lot of experience. He's one of the old hogs, basically. And he's generally just a calm guy, so in my opinion, that's a strength.
Really good basketball player. Remember, my coach was watching him play and just talk about picking him up the next year when he came in. Always had nothing but good things to say, but he wasn't picked on the team. Just the reason was, he just wasn't tall enough, I guess. So I know that, he found the game, he got really devoted in that and stuff, and just found something else that worked.
I was your typical parent. Clinton, you're spending too much time playing computer games. You need to go to school. You need to go to college.
All right, that's real.
Me, I want to be able to play games and get paid for it. Now, he said this at a very young age. But
honestly, the mother is very, that's typical parenting, but like, I can't believe a kid would say that. I would have never, ever in my entire life have ever thought that I would get any money from playing video games whatsoever. Like, as a kid, like, what was I playing at the time? Like, I think my very first video game was like Mario on the Game Boy Color. Maybe even Pokemon Yellow. But like, back then, those type of games, you would have never thought that you could get paid to play video games. The fact that he said that, like, I want to know the exact age that he did it, because like, he opened a Nintendo 64 box, and if you're playing like Nintendo 64 games and thinking, I want to get paid to play video games, that's just not even a thought.
before Dota ever came along, and I thought, well, he's going to grow out of it. He's going to get sick and tired of sitting there in front of that computer and playing.
Never.
Never did. Never did.
It's not a lifestyle, Mom.
In Singapore,
it's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
In terms of our education, I would say it's been tough on me trying to juggle both studies and gaming at the same time. My grades have dropped for like 2 years already, and my
I'm not pausing YouTube for over a typo.
I mean, there was this phrase that they used. Said gaming would be the death of you one day.
He's a great player and a great captain. I would say he's the top player in Singapore. Easily.
My parents and my family, they don't actually speak much of my gaming career. They don't tell their friends and my other relatives that I'm actually that good at my games.
That'll change in like 5 years. Hell, maybe even now. Who knows? Maybe now. You ever think that Faker's mom goes, my son is like the #1 League of Legends player. He is so good at the game that League of Legends basically begs him to stay in the game. Do you think this guy's toast mom is just like, my son led the way through the pandemic playing Among Us. He is known as the smartest Among Us player.
All along, they have only been bragging about my studies, because last time I used to be an A student. And I go on, and it seemed like that was the only thing that they could ever be proud of.
Why are they giving him subtitles? It's literally only him. And he's speaking perfect English. He barely has an accent.
Actually, there was only been one person that has always been very supportive of me gaming, and that was my ex-girlfriend, Huayan. She's from the female Dota team in Singapore. There are a lot of things that we share in life.
I need to go to Singapore. I need to start playing Singapore servers. There are them cute girls in Dota 2 Singapore. I need to play different servers. How do I get my ping to not be ass in other countries?
So many things. In my case, it felt really good, to have someone who truly appreciated what you did best and loved you for it. She's aware of what I'm doing and what I'm passionate about. The breakup was her decision, and I respected it. We've been together for close to 3 years, and ever since the breakup, I haven't gotten over it. I recall the last time she spoke to me, she named me as a bastard. So,
What? Met you as a bastard? Oh, spoke to me. She named me as a bastard.
She named me as a bastard. So
I'm so confused on what he meant by that, though.
Well, you're not in contact anymore. Yeah, but life goes on. Yeah.
Why would you include that in the documentary? What was the purpose of that?
I'm from Ukraine. My nickname is Dandy. I finished my university and I'm just playing computer
It's a free to play.
Он занимался музыкой, он играл на фортепиано. Он занимался танцами. В школе мы ставили музыкальные сказки, где он исполнял главные роли. Зрители всегда восхищались его артистичностью. Их детская группа выступала, Данила
Bro was
очень
theater
выделялся.
student. Hey, me too.
Growing up, it wasn't good time
Only I
financially
didn't join
for
any
our family.
dance.
But my grandma helped us to get our first computer in 1997, early, comparing with other kids in Ukraine. We got visitors every day. The friends of my older brother.
What kind of games were available in 1997?
We were playing games.
And Daniel, every time, look what we do. Every time we talk.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. This is distracting me. I need to know. Computer games during 1997. Age of Empire, GoldenEye. Wait, these are... Oh, no, these are video games. I need to know computer games. Were there computer games in 1997? I'm not seeing, like, it's just straight up video games. I don't know, like the only computer games that, like, when I was a kid playing computer games was like buying the CDs, you know, playing like Harry Potter or Pajama Sam, Putt Putt and whatnot.
Try to push him
Diablo
away.
1 came out in that. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. Warcraft 1. Hey, do you know the way? You know, maybe the reason why I ask is because I didn't have cognitive memory of that era. Why would I know?
But he come back and look again.
Это было все в большей степени, чем у моих детей.
During all his conscious life, we were trying to stop him from playing. We were hiding our computer cord everywhere in our apartment, but he always found it.
Мне всегда хотелось его больше
How do you
понять.
hide a
Даже его вот то увлечение, мне хотелось больше
computer
понять.
cord?
И
I don't know why I
были
thought the
на то
outlet.
причины. Я не буду о них сейчас говорить. Ну, думаю, где-то в душе он, наверное, немножко жалеет, что он...
She stopped preventing him from playing Dota. She gave Dandy the freedom to.
That is such a cool looking room. Ah, that is so cool looking, but there's barely any shit anywhere. What? Where are the decorations?
Choose what is the best for him in his life.
Tournaments back then were like really low prizes, and a lot of prize money didn't even get to the players. There's been a lot of scams with managers and stuff like that.
I love RPGs.
There were like some rumors that it's gonna be like $50,000 first place, and everyone was going like, nah, it's not gonna be like that.
Watch the forums go nuts, guys. Watch the forums.
What the fuck? Wait, what? Damn, look at Twitter back in the day. Bro, this shit looked like MySpace. That's crazy. The UI is so blocky.
Watch the forums go nuts, guys. Watch the forums go nuts.
Blocky is probably not the right word, but god damn.
Off the frickin' hook. $1.6 million prize pool.
What?
For the winner. $1 million for winning Dota.
I didn't think the first tournament would be $1 million.
The game I've played for 5 years now.
What the fuck? Is this what original Dota looked like? Like on the Warcraft 3 mod? I have no idea. I have no frame of reference. Play Ellen check on Steam. Ellen check. Yes, Warcraft 3 map. Damn, I can't believe people were able to play on this. Ellen. Oh, Ellen. Yeah, I have this saved. Probably won't play it anytime soon though.
Dota, the game I played for
That's
5
Dota
years
1?
now, which I played
Oh, okay.
for fun, for some food money or whatever, you know. Okay, it's actually getting big.
It's the largest prize pool of any gaming competition to date. It just felt like
How the fuck did they go from 500,000 all the way to 1.6? I would have just cut the 1.6 and I would have just cut out 600,000, pocketed it, and just did 1 mil.
the start of something
Like I would have just put 600,000 into other things, the game, advertising, literally anything else.
big, like a revolution.
It's crazy.
You know, we had everything we needed for the game to become big and respected as an esport.
I guess the more money of a cash prize, the more
We're not just playing
addicted.
There's a goal, a
Clout you'll get out of it.
that we can actually reach out and grab if we are good enough.
Over in Asia, professional gamers are treated like rock stars. It's a viable career.
Is that true? There's no way that's true. Really? In Asian country, like, all right, I know, like, we all joke that like the Asians are sweats in video games, but to hear that they're up on a social ladder, like up on the social ladder, I don't believe that. I need more confirmation. I need to do research on that. I'm gonna put a note down right now to look into that because that sounds like a fib. That sounds like something you say to make yourself feel better about your profession.
Career opportunity.
They actually live in gamer houses, so it's set up to be a thing all year long. I think
Gamer
the
houses, I
price
can
of
see.
practice is that it's like a day job.
The fan base is immense. It
That looks
probably
crowded
is
as
as
fuck.
big as the whole Western audience together, or even more than that.
So now you really have to play good. You really have to try hard.
It's first place, it's go big or go home. The big teams get big money, but the 9th to 16th place are nothing, and their salaries are not what
StarCraft theme is the national anthem of South Korea. What?
With pro gaming, I think that's one of the toughest parts is living game to game. It's like living paycheck to paycheck. Like,
What the fuck? All right, that's not something I thought I'd see. I did not expect to see an NBA player as a Dota 2 enthusiast.
I have to win. If I don't win, I don't get paid. That's a tough living for anybody. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
That is very valid.
When your child wants to become a professional gamer, you don't have any history to look back on, like other sports. I don't know anybody who's made a living at gaming. So it's kind of a
Yeah, but
scary
it's outside
thing
your circle.
when you see your kid putting their whole life into gaming and not college and not the traditional things. What if nothing comes of it?
Regarding the age, I think yes, like 25, 26 years, it's absolutely maximum for esports. Because 20.
Sorry, real quick. I'm gonna rewind it, but like I used to know this one guy who he was like he spent like 2 years out of high school not doing anything, no college, no working. His mom just took care of him basically, and he was like, I'm gonna try to be a YouTuber, and we were all like, all right, did you start your YouTube channel? Did you plan out your content? Do you have an idea what you're gonna do? Blah 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 blah. And he's like, no. Like, well, get off your ass and get a job.
6 years, it's absolutely maximum for esports. Because 27, 28, 29, 30, your reaction time is lowering and you can click so much, you know, as the kids do.
I don't know about that. I've seen a lot of people that play World of Warcraft, League of Legends. Like we see a lot of people that play these type of games that are way older, past 30. Does anybody watch there are two people on TikTok. There's like that old granny, the granny that plays League of Legends, and then the gamer dad that plays League of Legends. And I know that's League of Legends and not Dota, you know, chess and checkers comparison. But like, I don't believe that. Sounds like some stuff you saw in a BuzzFeed ad or a BuzzFeed article that was like, did you know that once you turn 30, you start declining in mouse clicks per minute?
Financial responsibilities are laid upon me right now, require me to be successful in something or have a job. So it's pretty critical that I am successful if I want to continue like the gaming career.
He's an A-star student, you know. Because of this gaming, it pull him right now. So here the bad one is the auntie. Auntie is the one that always come here and neck. Yeah. Am I right?
It's tough being a gamer.
Huh? Sorry? Am I right?
It's tough being a gamer.
HY, multi-millionaire. Huh? For gaming. Huh? Sorry, you are not.
What the fuck is wrong with this lady? She realizes she's being recorded for a documentary, right? She's making herself look like a bitch in front of like how many people? Like 67 million views. 67, like obviously it's not like one view per person, but like she basically exposed herself in front of millions as a bitch.
What is your view? What is your plan? That is more important. I mean, we speak ourselves. We speak our frank opinion. It's your choice. What do you want in life? That is more important.
Alright, that's valid.
If I'm going to win this tournament, my first thought would be I will call my ex-girlfriend. Things got a bit bad between us.
I'm so glad my Asian parents were Americanized.
My first thought would be, yeah, I would call her. I'll tell her about it and I'll want to share this moment with her. Yeah.
This tournament is going to be a moment in every gamer's life. Everything that you've been doing is building up and is going to happen over 1 week. And then it's not 1 week anymore, it's one game. And then it's not that one game, it's that one moment in the game. And then that one moment in the game is where it's going to finish. And how's it going to finish? Are you going to be holding up a trophy? Or are you going to be the most disappointed that you've ever been?
It's Tuesday, so one day before the event, we
There's a
already have a lot
place
of
called Cologne, Germany.
whole booth construction pretty much finished.
So 5 players per side, they can see each other through the glass, they can't hear each other. This booth is soundproofed up, plus the whole setup here, if you look from above, looks
I
exactly
didn't know Ron Weasley was interested in Dota.
This is where it all happens.
A few teams have already arrived this morning. We had a lot of teams from Singapore, we had China, we had Malaysia coming in, and Russia. And tomorrow it's finally happening.
We are here live at Gamescom 2011 in beautiful Cologne.
It's the first day of the event. We've got some of the world's best teams here in Dota.
And they're handing out a tournament prize of $1.6 million. It is massive here. A tournament of $1.6 million. It is.
Sorry, I got distracted when I saw Rayman. I was like, Rayman, what the fuck? But I realized, yeah, gaming convention or whatever. Yeah.
It is massive here. A tournament of $1.6 million. That's the future of gaming. This is awesome.
It's is the first time we're going to see teams of this caliber assembled in one location.
These guys are not just nameless faces. They're the best in the world.
The bunch of teams we have here, there's a few teams that have individual skill that's unbelievable. And then there's a big group of other teams that have good individual skill, not top-notch, but who win through good strategy and team play. Fear is a great player, for example, but he is not comparable to good players in Asia. And that's nothing against Fear, because he's still an excellent player, but he's not them.
Whoa, where'd all the graphics go? What? Kim Jong-un? Oh, Kim Jong-woo. Okay. I was like, what the fuck?
Just to give you an example, the Korean football team were playing in the World Cup. To motivate the Korean football team to play better, they brought in StarCraft Brood War professional gamers into their locker room before they went out so that they got to meet what were their heroes.
In China, Dota is to the people there what StarCraft is to Korea.
Okay, the fact that she said that, I don't. So, I'm very much of a passive gamer. I'm not really like someone that hyper focuses on the one game and then learns everything about that game. So, I knew that StarCraft was big in Korea. I just didn't know that it was like seriously this big a deal, like to this level, that big a deal.
Televised. The girls like their boyfriends to be Dota players.
What? Damn, if I knew that, I would have said fuck League in the beginning and I would have just like started playing Dota right away. Been like, hey girls, hey.
After a game, when they're walking around, you can see fans running up to them, asking them to sign on their shirts. It's like a real sport.
The third time I was in China, I was playing with
A very female,
they made a video with me.
motivated.
Walking in some mountains, and I had to say some sentences and stuff.
Hey Ranch, how you doing?
And I was like, yeah, in Dota there's always a new mountain to climb, stuff like this, you know. And I walked up and down and these stairs and started running and lifting some weights, and just to compare this with Dota, like some metaphor stuff.
电子竞技，它在中国，它就是一个被国家体育总局承认的体育项目，它跟羽毛球、乒乓球、象棋一样。
What? Bro, we only just got esports in the Olympics. It's still like stupid ass like knockoffs of Wii Sports, but like that's crazy. I didn't think it like other countries took like, you know, it never occurred to me that other countries would take video games to like that type of extreme, like an Olympic sport. Like man, that makes me wonder about other countries, like if there are any like hold on. So like let's pick a random country. Let's say India. What is the most popular game in India? Okay, maybe I should specify video game. Ludo King? Esports. Maybe that'll be better. Battlegrounds Mobile India. What? We're all, you know what? Let's just do a different one. How about Germany? League of Legends in Germany. Where else should we do? Italy. I'm just doing random ones. StarCraft 2. Man, I want a map that's just literally made up of nothing, but like, what's the most popular esport in each country?
只不过它是一个非奥项目。
I will say that China teams are all great. Every player in the team is strong. You don't recognize China players as a player. Just recognize them as a whole team. You just fear the whole team.
The Chinese teams that have come to this competition are scaring the shit out of everyone else.
We had two of the top Chinese teams in our group.
Online Kingdom has not been regarded as one of the favorites to win it. In fact, we're considered bottom 4 or just bottom 8 for sure.
This is our first time online.
It seems kind of weird. Like having two Chinese teams facing off against each other. Like, provided they get far enough.
We're really nervous going into the Chinese team, especially the top Chinese teams.
There's going to be players that choke handling this kind of pressure at such a young age.
1437, like this is the first time he's like ever been on LAN. It's not easy. Like this is $1 million tournament, first time he's been on LAN.
Imagine being raised as a child in China. You play Dota now. You play Dota all your life, and then like you go from like the age like 6 to I don't know, fucking 16, 18. You've just played like spent all that time playing Dota, and then like, oh, Dota fell off. Sorry, kid. Spent all your childhood playing Dota, and now Dota hasn't fallen off. But like, you know, just saying.
This is real competition.
That'd be hella fucked.
We tried to keep our cool together, and we just played our game.
Damn, it looks so different. I know this is Dota 1, but damn. This is like back in the day how League of Legends looked. Ancient Apparition. I don't know who Fear is supposed to be. The left looks like Lux. But I don't think it's Crystal Maiden. There's Windrunner on the right. Earthshaker in the middle. Oh, I think that was Beastmaster, because I saw the axe throw. Do I know Kuroki? I don't remember. This is Dota 2 first year? Oh, okay. Good, okay. Enigma. Ancient Apparition. Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, my favorite hero. So far, at least.
We were super hyped. Everyone was surprised we were doing so good. Even we couldn't believe it.
See, I'm so happy that I get, like, now that I've played Dota quite a bit, I can look at these and be like, okay, like, I know all these heroes. It makes sense to me a little more.
Online Kingdom dominating right now.
Pug not getting choke slam.
Very excited, you know. We just beat one of the teams that were actually favored to win the competition, so everyone's like spirits were like, oh, we may be able to actually do this, you know.
Damn, bro is short.
Beating the Chinese teams, some people just, you know, for fun, they started, okay, hey, it's okay, Nirvana, and they're the China Slayers.
That's the China Slayer. That sounds so horrible out of context. Could you imagine saying that out loud? Like, God, dude, did you see the China Slayers? That's fucking horrible. Oh my god.
A little bit surprises that we had yesterday. Quite a few upsets. OK Nirvana International managing to beat 2 Chinese teams in a row, beating out Taidu and OK Nirvana CN. They're currently on roll now, and Chinese teams are not unbeatable. But on the other hand, EHOME are just proving that they have been the strongest out of the 4 Chinese teams, having a clean 3-0 record. They are the favorites to win the whole tournament. So they come in with a confidence that they've won 7 championships already. It's always a little bit national pride at stake. So of course they want to prove that Chinese Dota is a little bit above the rest.
Pacquiao was the first guy to get a rampage in a Dota 2 LAN tournament.
They've always been
That's pretty cool.
at the top of competitive games.
Good to know.
Most memorable during ESWC 2010.
Before ESWC
Like Edward Ulrich.
2010, I thought like, yeah, okay, the Chinese
Short and
are
strong.
pretty good, but like, how good can they be? And then we played EHOME, who won the tournament without losing a single match. Like, they just crushed everything.
EHOME finished the year as the best team in history of Dota.
They were just on a totally different level. Like, they had their manager sitting behind them. He was making their calls. He was running around with this little black book. And they were the first team I heard of who did that.
The EHOME manager copying down the draft, doing the prep work. He was their coach. There was a great interview that was done, and it lined up all the top European captains who attended, and the topic was EHOME.
If you want to level to be good, you don't need to invite Chinese teams because we're too strong.
So EHOME won. What do you think of the Chinese guys?
I never felt this outplayed in my entire life. It's unbelievable how good they are. Like their timing, their discipline.
They're really in control of the game, the whole game, and they keep this control all the time. This is really crazy to see, actually.
That's what I love moments like this where it shows like the good sportsmanship. Like I really do appreciate good sportsmanship. It's so easy to like you know, when you're in low elo, you always see the same shit. You see people going like you beat someone and they're like, "Oh, you fucking suck." Da 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 da. And it's like, how are you gonna say that I suck if I beat you? Because you lost to someone that sucks. Then what does that make you?
是因为我们在任何国际赛场的时候，所有的国外战队的经理和队员看到我们的时候，全体都会大声的喊EHOME。你知道那是一个多么壮观的场面吗？这是一个故事，是一个风俗，就是当大家看到EHOME的时候，他们就自然而然的认为王者要入场了。
It must be hella cool though to be part of like a team that powerful that everybody like chants.
I treated it as a sacrifice that I have to make for the team and for myself. And I find that when it comes to pursuing your passions, it's really up to you to decide if it's worth the sacrifice.
When they're having exam, they not allow him to leave the school. So I told him already, I say, mind yourself.
Setting out a career in gaming is risky. It's very risky. Because the examinations actually clash with the competition and missing the exams without a proper explanation, the school didn't recognize the Dota competition as a valid reason. It's kind of breaking school rules.
I could see that. Yeah.
The school is very determined to stop him from pursuing his chance of going for this contest. So I think this has created a big stress for the family.
Give this mother very headache, you know.
Ayo.
It's quite.
Surely there was like, all right, live streaming I don't think was that big in 2012, right? Like I think like back then, 2012, that was still like very I think if I recall correctly, 2012 was like around the beginning of when live streaming started becoming a thing. Like I know and like that's where like esports really popped off, if I recall. Because like YouTubers still existed, so even if they may not have done like big things with their tournaments, they could still be like they still get recognition. They still could have been like YouTube content. No?
Difficult for us to
Just have to pay for an editor.
You know, he's so adamant about it. So that's why when he told me he's going to August, I said, then how about your school exam? What are you going to do?
I think my mother, she was kind of at her limits, telling me about how much gaming has been weighing me down. That was really the talk where I really opened my heart and I shared with her my passion for the game and how much I believe that my team actually has the potential to win, to be the best in the world. So we are stopping at nothing less than first. This is how I try to put it across to my mom. By giving up so much to come here, I have absolute confidence in my team that we will win.
All right, the draft is underway.
Man, I really do. I have no idea what happens later on, but I sincerely hope he wins because it would be so cool to show up the family. Because like it's not even that the from what we see that the family seems to distrust him or even talk down to him, unlike the other family members. But like you can see that there is genuine concern And rather than seeing someone get shown up, I would rather very much see the validation of just someone who proved to their family with no malice that they indeed could do it and that they did do it, and it paid off. But there's with great wins comes great loss, right?
EHOME, they will select up their heroes. Sides will start selecting theirs. Looking now at both the teams, it looks like EHOME, they're fairly relaxed, while Scythe, they're eager. They're all gathering around HY to pick.
If you have a losing draft, you will lose again. This is what I think of Dota. So it's really a lot on drafting.
Drafting is where two captains will select what they want to play with, what heroes are selected and what heroes are taken out. You can select 5
Oh, they
heroes
explain
out
it
of the
for
pool
the
of over
for the
100.
noobs.
You
That's
can also
cool.
remove 4 of those.
I'm looking at the background because I want to see which heroes were around in the beginning of Dota 2. Hey, look, it's Meepo. All right, let me see. Blade Saw, Magnus, Undying, Axe, Pudge, Batrider, Darkseer. I don't think I know that one. Listen, Chaos Knight. Wait, that's Undying. Oh, they reposted it. Oh, it's copy paste. Okay, never mind.
Those heroes.
I was just
So,
curious to
4
see how
heroes
many I
you think your
recognized
opponent will
from
want
like
to use,
the
you can
beginning.
remove.
I wanted to see if I noticed
Any game,
anything
any
missing.
match, we will decide our ban and picks according to which team we are fighting. Usually we would come up with a very impromptu strategy to try and fight their threat. Yeah, you really have to spend a lot of time thinking of the draft. The draft actually decides a lot of the game itself.
EHOME, they're a team with so much experience. They already know the way they want to roll this one out. The only thing that's really going to make it or break it for them is if they can get their execution right.
In that particular matchup, we felt that we needed something that could instill the fear in them.
And Tiny looks to be the last pick up here from Scythe. Bit of an interesting pick up there by Scythe. It's going to start to change around their lanes completely now.
With Tiny,
Need a ban a bot. Sorry, one moment. What do you say? Eastan when it's. Why do I say? I never even read those names. What are you talking about? Eastan when it's Ekan? What? I literally have not said any of those names.
it is good as a surprise strat. If another team doesn't realize where he fits into the whole lineup, then you can really throw the opposition off balance.
He's moving away, but no, HY, he'll just turn around and just pop Selena. I want to point out right now that EHOME, they are not noobs. This is just Scythe playing an amazing game.
When you have such a huge audience and you know that everyone is at home watching the game, they have their hopes pinned on you, and I feel that
It's so weird seeing Dota look like this.
Right now, Tiny, he's going to toss, he's going to launch, and he definitely gets the kill. We've got 3-5-7 getting nailed out there. Nature's Bradford going to get the last in it as well. This the entire team down for EHOME. This is GG. This is now a double rack at least. And EHOME, they're going to disconnect. We have our first winners bracket finalist. Scythe will advance. EHOME will drop down into the losers bracket. And
I know this is supposed to be inclusive for those who don't like really like
that's a lot. It's gonna make my time playing this game all worth it. Didn't think smoking would do me any good.
Yeah.
When'd you start smoking?
when I started playing Dota.
2 years back. 2 years back. Bad move.
And just stop. Does bro really need to attack this guy like that? Does he really need to do that?
in bad terms. Seems like she's moved on already. Back then when she was playing the game, it felt like we had something we shared. Yeah, but right now it's like, yeah. I think she's following this event, but probably this event's big. I hope I will get to make a phone call. Yeah. Finally, I'll have something I'm proud of to tell her about. Finally.
Honestly, this guy is so me. If my ex were like in love with the same game, was tracking the tournament like that, he would literally be me. I would literally do the same thing. If I could, the first thing I'd do, I'd call my ex and be like, "I won." Be like I need an excuse to call her. Maybe that's why I haven't gotten over my ex. I didn't start smoking. Maybe that's what I need to do. Start chain smoking 3 packs a day instead of my like 4 cans of soda a day.
When you played the Russians and the Ukrainians, they were.
That's pretty cute.
When you played the.
That is so cute. How playful they are. That I like in a tournament. There are so many teams that would just like shit talk each other or whatnot, but that's so cool.
Russians and the Ukrainians, they were just the unpredictable teams. I had no idea what the Russians were thinking. That was their best weapon.
Tell me I'm not the only one that sees it, but he looks like PewDiePie if his left eye were like unaligned. Like a chubbier PewDiePie. Not like super chubby, but like if PewDiePie had like a little bit of a thicker like neck and then an eye that was a little off-centered. That it's literally just, he looks exactly like PewDiePie.
Oh, we having fun. We trying to relax. We're trying to.
I think it's just the camera angle that makes his eye look like that, but
I turn off my brain in the way of being scary.
I'm not roasting him. I'm just saying that he looks like
really
PewDiePie to me.
Is how he hasn't really had an easy life, but he's always so upbeat. He's always so cheerful.
When he first came on the Dota scene, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Error.
I thought this whole time that they hired a child actor to act out his childhood. I didn't know that was actually him.
Always so cheerful.
Oh my god, how old is he in this?
When he first came on the Dota scene, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Arrow was just like, who is this kid? There's no way you could take this guy seriously. And then he would destroy you in games.
Как-то я видела, показали даже где-то в интернете, как он работает с клавиатурой. И это действительно...
What the fuck is that UI? What is this? The items, maybe? But then what the hell is this? Man, this UI is confusing. Like, these 4 buttons up here?
Завораживает. Я думаю, что Данилу, может быть, и где-то пригодилась его игра на фортепиано, потому что руки у него совершенно потрясающие.
Bro, what the fuck's happened to your escape key?
He can make really good moves. His moves, I think, are unique, and they might win you the game. But he wants to rely.
I've never played Warcraft
skill.
3.
He wants like an enemy against him, and he wants to kill him through skill, nothing more. He wants to win the game.
All right, real quick, because some people might not know. For those who are new to this channel, I am a League of Legends player who recently got into Dota. I have like a decade's experience with League, but I never played Dota. So I started playing Dota very recently, about 3 months ago, I think. So I do have a series where I'm going through all the Dota heroes to like understand the game a little better. And I'll probably do more Dota stuff along with my other actual, like my other YouTube videos that I do for fun. But I do plan on being variety. I do not plan on being one solid thing. But when it comes to Dota, I've only ever played Dota 2. As I already said, I only started 4 months ago. So I don't know a whole lot about Dota's history and whatnot. I do know some things, but small things. I know it's a Warcraft 3 party game mode used to be or whatnot, a mod. But I don't know what the original Dota looked like. I don't know much of anything about that. When am I going to play ranked? As soon as I get the hours. I think I'm like at 80 hours right now. So I'm pretty close to being able to rank. But I probably won't rank until I finish all the heroes. But yeah, the only thing about World of Warcraft that I have ever played is I played Dragonflight. Because back in the day, I was too obsessed with playing MapleStory to play World of Warcraft. I was like, why would I play World of Warcraft? MapleStory is free. And there are bitches on MapleStory. I was like, I can get Asian bitches on MapleStory. Why would I play World of Warcraft? Yeah, even as a 10-year-old, I knew what I wanted. But and all jokes aside, I just really liked MapleStory. I didn't get into actual World of Warcraft until like 2 or 3 years ago. But even then, I did like a pacifist run. I just picked when Dragonfly came out. I just picked herbs, did archaeology, max level pacifistly.
His disadvantage is that he doesn't have patience. He wants to make those moves.
He can get a little bit too silly in games. He will try new and different things. He will overextend in team fights because he.
That is me. That is me. I would just fuck around. I would totally just fuck around. I like this guy already.
Patience can go too far, and he might lose the game for us.
That's me. That is so me. I would lose the game for us because I want to try something stupid, silly, fun.
Oh, Fury, he's going to go in. This should be the first blood. They got the sprout on Sanjing as well. There's probably going to be a double. Denny's ulti. It hits.
Are you pro on LOL? No. I'm gold at best.
This is Denny through and through. Starts with a hex. Goes to cold snap. He locks him in place. Weaver really close to death. Manages to time lapse back out again. Dandy will TV back to safety. So GG being called by IG Na'Vi. They will take the game. Our winners bracket finalists are going to be Na'Vi versus Scythe.
All right, so we've seen how the two. I like how this is set up. It shows both teams and yeah.
Most teams that you see that have the most fan bases are full nationality. Our team is all spread out across the world.
He does have it a little harder than us because he doesn't really have this human support that we do.
Does he have AI support?
The hardest thing I had to really deal with in my life is just trying to convince my family about my gaming career. It's really.
Who the fuck leaves their shoes untied? You tie your shoes, and then you just slip your feet out. Anytime that you want to put your shoes back on, you slip your foot back into the shoe without retying it. You never undo your shoelaces and redo them every day. That's a waste of time.
It's really difficult, especially when you start out slow, but you know there's a future for something.
Hey, Tamir, how you doing?
Put a lot of time in, and they keep telling you, like, you should probably get a real job.
Thanks, Najib. Appreciate ya.
Well, I was born in the Los Angeles district in Lancaster, California. I lived there with my dad and my mom. Around 2 years old, my dad left my mom.
Nothing like
He didn't really say anything.
sitting around,
Kind of,
looking at
he
nature,
just
drinking a
packed up and
Capri
left.
Sun.
She's had to raise us both while going to law school at the same time.
Law school?
It wasn't real easy as far as just got out of law school, didn't have a job, had huge student loans to pay
That explains all the books in the background. I thought that was just a green screen thing.
back. This job came up, and so we moved here on our own. So I've been raising them by myself ever since.
So this is
a photo album that I made for Clinton for as he was growing up. I put pictures in it as we went along. My sons were both really active into sports and they wanted to do a lot, so I had to limit them. They could choose 2 per season. That was maximum for me, being able to get them to practice and go watch their games. And that was tough. And Clinton sitting on Santa's lap, his brother Santa.
My brother is more angry at my father for leaving than I am. He thinks about him, he gets upset. Compared to me, I just block him out and, pretend it doesn't exist.
Oh, Clinton already starting video games here.
He was sitting at his house, playing Dota.
God, I can't zoom in. Shit, I wanted to see if I could tell what kind of video game is on the TV.
Doing it competitively, had a sponsor team and everything like that. But I think that's when it probably started getting on his mom's nerves.
I have a crazy sleeping schedule. I'm on a European team, so sometimes I have to stay up at pretty ridiculous hours or wake up at ridiculous hours. So the standard day for me is not so standard.
All the nights he'd be up and stuff, the dog would be up too with him, and that would keep her awake most of the nights, and this is kind of where the tension got pretty high.
This went on for years, and it came to the point where I just told him, I said, you know what, you just need to go somewhere else.
So I got kicked out of my house because of my gaming career, basically.
When Clinton first moved in here,
Can I just move the guy into the garage?
And there wasn't anything in the room, and I have a lot of stuff that we're getting ready to take to the dump. And Clinton went out there, and he came back in with this green desk, and he goes, "This is perfect."
So I didn't have a monitor, so I went to my friend, and he had a spare CRT monitor, so I got that.
Damn.
Obviously, I have 2 books here to punch that up so I can actually see the monitor, so it's kind of a ghetto setup. Even when I go to competitions, I don't think I play like.
Is it flickering because of the
nice setups?
Because of the camera, or is that just the monitor?
The Rocky Balboa of Dota. He's definitely.
Bro,
one of the
get a
first
seizure
US
playing.
players, and honestly, I didn't even know he was that big.
In the North American scene, there weren't many good American players known back then. Everybody respected Fear.
A lot of the people I knew, they quit the game. They moved on, stuff like that, but I stuck with it, so I ended up being like one of the oldest players.
With all of his years of experience and all of his constant commitment to the game, he's really shown that he doesn't give up.
Growing up without my father, I think in the end, not having someone there to teach me, the guy side and having a father to help you up, I think that has actually probably made me the person I am today. I just make sure everything's running smoothly on the team. I kind of play like the father figure, I guess.
As a captain, I guess he felt he had that responsibility as well. And he was pretty much my mentor. He did tell me one time, if you need someone to talk to, he would be here. So I kind of see him as a Dota brother.
I've never had an ego thinking I'm better than anyone else. I'm always there willing to help people who are new to the scene. And that's always been kind of my role in the game. I'm just helping players get up for the most part.
Fear actually broke me into the scene, It's very hard to get yourself out there. I mean, back then I was kind of like a fanboy of him, watching his games and whatnot, and he gave me a shot to play at a high level.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Fear. I can guarantee you that.
Going into the match, we were all thinking MEFC didn't do so well earlier, but...
I just wanted to see if I recognized who or what.
High-risk game.
36 minutes in, almost a 7,000 gold advantage in favor of MUFC.
Towards the end of the game, we made a couple mistakes that put 2 heroes on the sideline for us, and they had all 5 still.
Nobody uses skins, huh?
Go for a throne.
We were really close to losing our throne. It's below 20% HP.
An online kingdom, they are so close to the point of getting eliminated from this tournament.
We just needed to do something.
I'm gonna initiate on.
I ran in first, and then they all went on me instead of focusing on the throne, which was good.
Again by Silvercross, Fear. He's trying to retreat. He turns into a pig. How the hell is he still alive?
The announcer, and he turned into a pig.
To retreat. He turns into a pig.
That's such a funny ass thing to say out of context. Like, he turned into a pig.
He's trying to retreat. He turns into a pig. How the hell is he still alive?
He turned it into a pig. How is he still alive?
They push MUFC back.
We made this huge comeback where we killed all of the heroes, you know, started pushing.
Silvercross is down. Morphling, he's out of this. The top racks will go. There is no way now that MUFC can come back, but it will be Online Kingdom eliminating MUFC. What an incredible!
Our whole team just went crazy.
Leading Online Kingdom to do the impossible. I've never seen anything like that. And stay tuned, we'll be back here for more exciting gameplay coming up.
Skiche. We are 2008 ESWC winners, one of the best Asian teams, but we don't afraid them. We're gonna fight them. I don't know about my teammates, but I don't feel scary at all. I feel like I want to crush my enemy. That's how I feel. That's it.
Welcome to the winners bracket final, where Scythe goes up against Na'Vi. The winner gets a slot in the grand final.
The crowds were all cheering for them, and their draft was very scary. We were like caught off by surprise. But
When did I turn this back on?
We gotta win this, man. We gotta win this and show them who's boss.
The Scythe have managed to take all the best players from Singapore and put them in their lineup. You know, Na'Vi, they look cool, calm, and collective. They know exactly what they've got to do. It all comes down to gameplay right now. And I gotta say, like, Na'Vi's lineup, it is not unbeatable. So now they're gonna look for the initiation and possible kill. HY is gonna get caught. Now bottom lane, held in place. Sven's done. No, Sven will go down here. Line of heaven, he's helping out, but then he gets the last hit.
Ooh,
Na'Vi and
that's a neat animation.
Now Na'Vi, they're gonna take the chance here. They're gonna go in for the GG, and GG is the call from HY first. Na'Vi are already off their computers. They're not even sticking around. They've got the GG. Na'Vi are into the grand finals and will play for the $1 million. Scythe go down. They will face the winner of
We just lost our confidence match against Na'Vi. It was actually quite a blow to us. And the game was really the turning point for me. Because I actually learned that in life, you can only trust yourself actually. Not in the sense that you can't trust people, but yeah, like I said, the ones who will never let you down is yourself.
You hear that, people? You can't blame other people for your ranked. You can only blame yourself.
Within the gaming world, I'd like to be first place. You know, it's like I'm following in behind my mother's footsteps, basically. She worked really hard to get where she is, and I kind of want to be the same way. I want to work hard for whatever I do. For me, I mean, I've never really had a dad, so if I had any questions about anything, the person that I was most comfortable talking to was my mom. She definitely had the most influence on my life. When she comes home from work, she's always, you know, anxious to bring up the subject, how she, you know, won a big case. And I'm always proud of her when she wins these big cases because I know it means a lot to her. I mean, in the back of my head, I'm always like, if I do well and if I win this tournament, you know, I'll finally be able to prove, like, I'm getting something out of this.
We're looking now over towards the grid, and whoever wins this match will be facing up against EHOME, but whoever will lose it is going to be eliminated already.
In the old days of Dota 1, you could destroy enemy fountain and enemies can't heal in their base. What? Enemies wouldn't be able to heal in the base? Oh, if you destroy enemy fountains. Ah, that's weird.
Like EHOME, they're looking really strong.
We had the stronger lane here. It's the better team fight. Just all we had to do was just control the pushes.
Kingdom, they're split. The stun on Sander, they'll splash as well. They're going to claim a win runner, will they? Yes, they do. It's 2-0 for Online Kingdom. Moscow 5, not the start they wanted. But Online Kingdom having
Quick question.
Moscow.
Who's this person? That looks like Lux. Like a purple Lux. Who is this? I can't for the life of me think of who they are. That's not Crystal Maiden, is it? Oh, it's Vengeful Spirit. Alright, I haven't gotten to play her yet. I don't know entirely what she does. Wait, doesn't Vengeful Spirit look, I don't know, more like a spirit though? Or was she updated? Do Dota characters get VGUs?
We were so close to winning until some few mistakes that occurred in the late game.
They might go now. There's 4 heroes standing right next to each other. The timing is wrong. It looks a little.
There's communication between almost because we're an international team, so I think full nationality teams have an advantage over most teams.
Almost there. Big try. Fear's in trouble though. He shackles and Lacoste is in. He casts his ulti as well.
And it just fell apart from there.
They just slowly beat us down. Eventually, they just broke our base and took every single one of our axes.
Right place. This is really hurting Online Kingdom. They've lost 3. Enigma pops. The team is wiped for Online Kingdom. The base will be taken, and Moscow 5 will now play EHOME and advance in the tournament. Now, Online Kingdom, they are out. So much promise. It didn't happen in the end for Fear and the rest of Online Kingdom, and it will be Moscow 5 that will advance.
Man.
I think everybody on the team was very emotional. I could only imagine how he was feeling.
Some people take it more personally and they give everything to win.
It was very satisfying knowing that we reached that top 8, but he had better expectations for our team and we'd come a long way, and it's all thanks to Fear.
If you don't go as far as you thought you were gonna be, I guess you end up in tears or something.
All of us are really disappointed, but I guess that's just how it goes. When I get back home, I need to make a big decision in my life, like just the benefits of playing Dota professionally, how much I can make from it, and how much time I really need to put in it to be 100%. So the only way I would ever do that is if I move in with my teammates and have like a training house with them, so I know for sure we're all dedicated.
They think things happen for a reason, and when things happen, you just do your best.
Sorry, real quick. In streamer houses, not streamer houses, because it's like I don't know if any of them are streamers or whatnot, but like for team houses, how long do you think they practice a day? Do you think they treat it like a normal 9 to 5 and be like, all right, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. we're going ranked or group Q, unranked, all in, whatever the fuck? Do you think they just keep playing for all that time until, I don't know, until they clock out? I wonder how they like prepare, or if they just play the game nonstop for hours on end
and continue going forward with it. I mean, deep down inside, I know this career is gonna work out for me in the end.
冠军的争夺者，而我们中国战队呢，我也是非常的希望，也相信能从我们的败者组杀回来。目前来看的话，很可能前3强将会是由 Navi。
God fucking damn it! Did this motherfucker just say Ching Chang Chung?
回来，目前来看的话，很可能前3强能从我们的败者组杀回来。目前来看的话，很可能前3强。
God damn it! He didn't say it exactly, but that's surprising.
将会是由 Navi、Saif 以及我们中国这样的一支，我个人是希望是EHOME。
那么感性上来说呢，肯定是EHOME，我们自己中国的战队又是一个老牌的战队。
They need to get this kill. The stun. The weave awaits. It's a little piglet and it's dead. Slide. Hey, 2-0. He's almost dead. Burrow strike.
Average Dota pro plays close 12 hours, minimum a day. Gee.
Moscow 5 casualties of war. Holy hell.
在中国，这个游戏已经是相当的职业化，他们有一个成绩上的压力。他们如果不拿中国战队如果不拿到成绩的话，或者输给国外队的话，国人会给他们质疑，也会造成很多。
Damn. That's kind of a good point. The more important the game is to your country, the more pressure would be on you to win. Damn.
就是形成中国打世界的局面。这本来就是我的本职工作，如果拿冠军的话是应该的。我告诉他们，如果你来这里就是来拿冠军的，我每天都会跟他们说，我们一定要做到这件事，我们必须要做到这件事。传统是除了冠军奖杯以外，剩下奖杯都不往回带，对，他们直接扔机场。
Support T being in FCB gets the first time. Misery overcommits on the top lane.
What the fuck is he yelling for? Is he trying to what's he doing? Is he trying to yell at them? Like, is he trying to distract them? Shouldn't he get like, I don't know, red, like yellow carded for that shit? That seems like very unnecessary, man.
但是他们看我们打的比赛，他们就觉得根本就赢不了我们。
Oh shit! I was literally about to say, I was like I'm looking at this video, I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it look like this? It looks like the town is being like. It doesn't even look like a town. It's a town of shipping containers. It's like they don't even have buildings. It's just nothing but shipping containers. What the fuck? Is this like a docking area? Okay, there we go. There's other buildings in the background. Damn. It's so close to a living area, too. That would be hella annoying. That would be hella shitty to live next to. You would hear that all the goddamn day.
When I was younger, he used to work like 15 to 16 hours a day. He's pretty much given up on everything else in his life. He's always made it clear to me that, you know, I should focus on my life, focus on my studies so as to not follow in his footsteps.
Real quick. The publisher asks, does League have their own version of WoW Dota? WoW Dota? What's WoW Dota? Or WoW Dota? WoW Dota? Music artist? Well, I mean, I guess technically they have like Imagine Dragons right now, but that's all I really know. I'm aware of. Oh, why does it say that it was a music artist? It just means like the world. Yeah, we have worlds and whatnot.
He doesn't want me to, you know, be sloppy.
Plays of the week, yes.
Right,
it's not official, but we do have it. Yeah.
But
it's more like a fan-made thing.
At something. You don't...
Actually, League is so toxic. They don't have plays of the week. They call it. Hold on, let me type it out. Let me see if they still make them. I think it was a machinima thing anyway. Plays of the week. League of Legends. Oh wait, was fails of the week an achievement hunter thing? I don't remember. I could have sworn it was League of Legends that had a fails of the week. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. You know what? I'm sorry. I know we have like League. I know we have League of Legends. What the fuck moments? Yeah, we got League of Legends. What the fuck moments? But that's about it. I need to look up that artist later. Someone asked me a question and I found treasure.
I heard my son say,
Oh, then I'm not sure. I never really paid attention to role play in League.
for me, it's very disappointing. Never go to school, you want to play computer. Then morning, sleep. Then computer until the next day morning, then you sleep. The whole day, at least 15 hours at computer there.
My man!
My son life is like that. For me, I also my son to study more. Don't like me. Never study. When I young, I also same as Han Yong. Always spend a lot of time to play. But now I also regret. Why don't study? But now hope my son continue to study education better than me. This is my hope lah.
See, this is what we need to see more. We need to see more like healthy family quality, you know? Like parents that or family members that actually genuinely care about their the children that are or not, you know, children, but like their kids around them that, you know, they wish for them a better life. They want to make sure that they weigh in their options while simultaneously supporting their decisions. Not like that shitty aunt from like a while ago. One win away from the grand finals. All right. Come on, dude, I believe in you. You got it. Show your bitch on that you're a winner.
It was a great choice, a brilliant choice, because he was confident that we could win. It's an opportunity that you shouldn't miss out.
So get ready, sign in, log in, play around, test a little bit, and then join the lobby in about 4 minutes. Okay?
It's a once in a lifetime chance. If you miss it, it might be gone forever. You might not experience it again.
And we have a rematch. EHOME versus Scythe. EHOME facing up against a team that forced them into the lower bracket.
The psychological pressure is immense, especially upon the drafter, because he is the one who is in the end responsible for the team's picks.
Shadow Fiend, alrighty. Then it's HY is SF. Everyone knows how to counter a Shadow Fiend. It's a very bold pickup here by Scythe. The fact that if Scythe win the early game, they're going to gain so much momentum, but if they don't, then EHOME will basically roll themselves into the grand final. HY, BKB's going to wear off pretty soon, and Venom's a great strike. HY dead. He's going to wear off.
So real quick, I don't know if anybody knows, but like I'm curious. Like, the UI doesn't look like this. This is animated, right? I'm sorry, that might be a stupid question, but I literally have no frame of reference for Dota whatsoever.
Pretty soon, Venom's a great strike. HY dead. In again, and he wants XY, catches up to him, and he brings him down. Gee, he cogs! Joey, he wants to leave, but there's just no match.
What the fuck? Oh, that's Clockwork. Oh, His bumpers are in a square. I only know current clockwork. Current clockwork, the bumpers are in like a circle. That's just straight up how the game looked. All right, good to know.
If he can pop off an ulti like that, he doesn't really have to reveal himself to his opponent. He can really just initiate. Oh, there he goes! HY just managed to pop off an ultimate. Earthshaker is already dead. A2O really gunning for HY. They're already 3 gone. Made that 4. There's a double kill for the anti-mage, and they're headed for the tower right now. There is a GG. Good game called by HY. Side have had enough now. EHOME will advance. The Chinese hopes will stay alive as they will go up against Na'Vi.
Ah. Man, I was hoping for them to win. Hey, $150,000 is nothing to sneeze at.
The first placing was very important to me. And to add on to that, my studies was also at the same time affected by everything. So everything was related. When everything comes falling down at the same time, it's quite hard to handle.
Ah, come on, dude. How many people can say that you brought down? Well, they probably split the money or whatnot, but
all over again. I've learned a lot.
You got to realize your flaws. That's the toughest part, I feel. I don't do things as well alone. So if you try to do everything by yourself, it's not gonna be possible, you know.
I'm actually a believer of fate, and I told myself that winning isn't necessary because there are so many more things in life.
good attitude.
I think that's a very big thing, you know. That's a very important thing. It's the most important thing ever.
Aw, man, I wanted to see him call his ex and be like, I'm a winner.
Cheers, guys. It's not fair. I just woke up. It's not fair. My haircut still crazy. No.
Bieber hair.
But I don't care. Okay, I have everything with me. Let's go.
We are now at the final day of the International Dota 2 Championships. It is Na'Vi. They have a 1-game advantage, sitting very, very sweetly in the grand final. Who will get a shot at the $1 million?
Oh, wait. I think I may have misunderstood who lost.
Na'Vi was running the same strategy the whole time and no one seemed to be able to counter it.
Na'Vi loves pushing from minute 10 and trying to end the game at minute 15. Those strategies are very sensitive because if you fail even once, it can become a very difficult game for you. EHOME has been known for how well they defend their base. So if there was a team that could stop Na'Vi's push, it would be EHOME.
And let's get this game underway. The players will start to pick up their heroes with $1 million at stake. Na'Vi will need to win 2. EHOME will need to win 3.
Running
Hey, Venomaster.
old school strategy with
Or Viper,
3-4
whichever the
heroes.
fuck it is.
EHOME
I don't
managed to
remember.
Survive Na'Vi's onslaught early.
It's all on Dandy. PLT TP'd himself in. Dandy on the retreat. Back out
Damn.
the tower. Will he get himself away? X, yes, there it is.
What the hell did Nature's Prophet just do?
Dandy on the retreat. Back out the tower. Will he get himself away? X,
It looks like he's just like walking up and auto canceling or some shit.
yes, there it is. Last hit. 357. The Venomancer brings down Dandy in the middle.
Every time you see Dindy perform, he's always playing very well, and he usually doesn't lose his lane.
Oh, giving vision.
Like,
Fair enough, fair enough.
Is that Chinese teams, they are patient. They look out for the fact that you might cross a line, and they will take you and kill you and win the game through those situations.
Trouble in the middle lane again. There's already the gush 357 PLT. Everyone is right on top of Dandy. He's in the wrong place.
The way Na'Vi played, they really gambled.
See, that's the thing with me. I'm too casual where I'll just be like, anybody get the kill. I don't care if I'm the carry. I don't care if I'm core, whatever. I want anybody to get the kill. What?
Inside the
But he just keeps going.
They take your little upsets and they just...
I don't think I've ever fought Vengeful Spirit, or at least noticed it. So Vengeful Spirit's whole thing is that her ult can switch places with an enemy. I guess I can see how that could be useful.
win the game through those mistakes.
Oh, with an ally or enemy. Interesting.
They've dominated this tournament up till now, and EHOME takes the first match so convincingly.
That was the first loss of Navi during the whole tournament. They went undefeated until the grand final.
Oh, really?
Right back here soon, Navi. They need to compose themselves. EHOME, well, they just need to be awesome. What a play by them.
Hey!
And you lose,
To get your first loss being in the grand finals is still pretty crazy. Like, could you imagine being undefeated throughout an entire tournament all the way up until the very last, like, match? Like, they haven't lost completely, but, like, fuck, to, like, only get your first loss in the last day, in the last, like, rounds is crazy.
Actually make me pretty sad.
But I get, like, how that could be a little devastating at this time.
We try to put family pictures here. This is our mom and dad, and I think that this one is our favorite actually.
It's cute.
My childhood, we lived full life, and dad was working for all our life.
But he helped us every time in every problem. I just ask him and he'll do everything for me, for Katya, for Daniil as well. But Daniil's and Farah was like friends.
Действительно, мой муж был просто фанатичным рыбаком. Даниил был, ну, я бы сказала, можно сказать, его самым лучшим учеником по рыбалке. Даниил имеет такое же терпение и такую же выдержку, как и его папа. Он мог часами сидеть и смотреть на поплавок, который даже не пытался дергаться.
They can sit with no speaking for hours and just enjoy each other's company. They understood each other without words.
One day I was going fishing, but dad never showed up. And when I came home, it's already super late. He was feeling bad. He went hospital. He decided to stay for a few weeks, you know, so we watch everything, stuff like this. And cancer.
It was a very big shock for me because he was very thin. I cannot understand, this is my father. We were sure that it must be okay, but it's very short time.
I was really sad and was crying a lot. I was sad about I couldn't say him many times how much I love him.
Ну, после того, как папа не стало, он не ездил на рыбалку ни разу. Ни разу. То есть пока это все осталось в прошлом.
Actually, I spent more time on your computer because I could not think about it. It's like a distractor. It was like a start time, actually. The push to play more. And that's maybe one of the reasons why I'm playing now. Maybe I wouldn't play at all.
The relationship of Daniil and my mom grew stronger these days. They support each other and they are very good friends. I think that this is very important for Daniil.
You know, 5 years ago, I wouldn't care about many things.
Real quick, and I hate to ruin the momentum, but I just realized that this entire documentary is written in the same way that Record of Ragnarok is written. It's like every time that there's a new character fighting another character, they give the whole backstory behind one character, and then they like the human, the whole backstory of the god, and then the story of like how their fates intertwine, and then the actual fight.
Now,
All one separate episode.
something knock you down, you need to learn to get up. So I'm trying to research this. To learn to get up. This is most important moment in my life because everything I worked on wasn't useful, and now I have a chance to win this tournament for my family.
Man, I don't know who I want to win.
Navi just lost one game versus EHOME, and it's 1-1. So both teams have to win 2 matches in order to win the $1 million.
Because our picks look completely different. We were like passive and stuff. People thought like we lost the first game, we're gonna lose the second game. We were maybe a little bit demoralized. We really needed to change to a different pick. We were missing something.
А Enigmu мы взяли просто, чтобы у нас был сильный тимфайт на замес 5 на 5.
Fair, fair.
It was like last hero left, and I never played it before.
What?
Dandy, you go. And he's like, guys, I've never played it, but I could do it. So we took.
Okay. I think a lot of people that saw my first time playing Enigma. All right. I understand that these are pros, so there's no way that they'd have nearly as much of a horrible time as I did playing Enigma the first time. Because when I first played Enigma, I didn't know that I could walk out of my ult. I didn't know I don't just get locked into my ult. I thought like I pressed the button and then nothing would stop me from triggering the ult. I didn't think that I could just all of a sudden decide, hey, I want out of it, and click out. So I fucked up my black hole like 5 times in a row one match. But like yeah, controlling the Aeolodons is pretty easy.
Took the risk of taking him and risking maybe playing him badly.
So it looks like down on that bottom lane, Dendy will be taking the Enigma. It is going to be a very, very rough lane.
Navi lost the game. They're playing something now that they're not as confident with. EHOME figured out Navi, figured out how to play.
Bro, imagine EHOME losing to a guy who's never played Enigma before.
Winning $1 million.
Not even just Enigma, any random hero that they never played before.
愚蠢，这等于是一个，可以说等于是一个自杀性的行为。
Dendy really now caught out. He's in trouble. Rockets are flying. FCB long way in on the tower. Laying the stun. Tinker just lasers into death. It will cost FCB his life.
We made some little mistakes. We played a really semi-type of like turtle strategy, really passive, really passive. We don't play like that.
Puppy and Dendy just want to retreat back out. A2O! What a fissure! BLT is there! Echo Slam as well! Beautiful play there by
They're just getting fucked.
But I know if I die not for nothing.
X in the middle lane.
How so?
Rocket, laser, there's enough. Dendy goes down in the middle lane. Again, EHOME control.
Sometimes this can be like you dying, but your teammates picking up more.
EHOME, they still want to push out that mid.
They weren't ready for the Enigma. It was a patient Enigma. That was the.
I mean, I guess technically, as long as you get the Enigma ult, you can still turn everything around.
Most patient Enigma in the world.
Knock up, black hole, yep.
Carney Navi, they have the advantage now.
That really impresses me how he's able to make that transition. You just have to have the balls, basically.
He was scared of losing. That's why he was so patient and he did everything right.
Their strategy, it's kind of similar to how EHOME won.
Navi defeated them late game, and I think this really shattered EHOME's confidence.
And GG is the call.
That's...
Navi, they take the game, and they are only 1 win short of taking home $1 million. But the question really...
They lost to just the ult play.
Chinese teams generally are feared for the late game potential.
So we hit the point now. The gloves come off. EHOME, they will master their knowledge, their experience, their calls up against Na'Vi. And Puck will be the last hero for Na'Vi. The nimble hero there already. Once again, a lot of aggressive heroes for them. Na'Vi, Light of Heaven playing as
Oh, I don't think I ever got to see Puck in a game. At the very least, not in a way that I recognize.
this clash of the
Let me think. I think I reviewed Puck recently. His abilities are basically he casts an orb and can teleport to it. And then there's another teleport. Yeah, well, isn't Puck's main abilities just that he could teleport multiple times?
is something we will not want to miss.
And then he could go intangible.
They will be able to get that kill. Doom now on Nenny. Pulled in by X. The entire EHOME team turns on him. Lich will go down. FCB's on the run. The Vorsov after the chase of him. Might be enough. Needs some more damage. Oh! X long jump in. Nenny orbing up on the high ground on FCB. First off the rift. Will be able to get the kill. He's on the retreat. Yes, it is. Denny with the high ground.
Sorry, I'm rewinding it because I'm focusing on Puck, and then I want to focus on other things too. I want to be able to catch it all. So sorry. Nature's Prophet is fucking up 2 people. All right, on Roshan. What? All right, hold on. Dota2.com. I don't know Puck's ult. I don't remember. Let me see. Puck. Dream Coil. All enemies affected by Dream Coil are attacked at a rate equal to 90% of his attack rate. The attack continues while the target is stunned if they break the Dream Coil. Oh, they are stunned if they break the Dream Coil. Okay. So it's kind of like the reverse of Enigma's ult, right? Like you basically place the ult down and then they take continuous damage and they only get stunned if they break the leash. So it's good since Roshan was being taken and that way nobody else could like just blink in or interrupt the Roshan team fight, right? That's what Puck was for the zoning.
Then we just went in and demolished them.
Can't believe he 1v5'd them. That's the scepter? Oh, my bad. Let me go back then. Where the fuck is that history? There we go. Sorry, I didn't realize that they did it like that. So this is the ult. No, that's the shard ability. This is the ult. Wait, the ult is only the coil? Well, it still damages them. Yeah, all right. Yeah, same as before though. It's just the yeah. Got it. So they won with a 1-3, huh?
There's moments of esports that are landmark, and this is one of them in Cologne. And Na'Vi, the winners. You guys have just made history.
Winner of 1 million. What happened to the 1.6? Did I miss something?
I was jumping on the sofa and screaming like crazy girl because I was the happiest girl in the world and my brother just won $1 million.
I think in 10 years' time, all the gamers which we currently have showing themselves, they're going to be the guys that we will look back at and say, this was the beginning. This is where it all started. These are the guys that worked hard and they took the risk. They proved themselves. And they forwarded the entire industry to the point where we could have a kickstart. We could show the world what we do, and then who knows how big we can get at that point.
1.6 is total. Oh, okay.
When more and more people support it and it becomes more and more normal, it's going to go from a niche to becoming accepted in societies.
I think in 15 years, sports would be bigger than football, than basketball, than everything.
That kid who you thought played too many video games is potentially going to be on a path where he's earning $250,000 a year salary. He's flying the world. He's going to be endorsed. Gaming's the biggest entertainment industry in the world. So if you're a star, you are potentially one of the biggest stars in the world.
So if that, like everything else with computers, grows exponentially or whatever, then 5 or 10 years could be a big step, actually.
Changing mindsets is never easy. So it's going to take a while. When the gamers now become parents, we will be supportive of our kids playing. And I think that's really when everything will boom.
A local man has led his online gaming team to go, placing 7th in an international gaming competition held in Germany.
Yeah, she's definitely proud of me. I mean, just had her camera out, like, why are you taking a photo of the television? And I know she's really smart. She's a lawyer, so. But in the end, I think she'll be more understanding and be willing to support me more, so it worked out.
I mean, she's supporting you right now. She's trying to get the camera out for a fucking TV, dude. Oh, that's cool. After the tournament, he bought a new desk.
We were disappointed with our loss, and yeah, it's a mixture of both. We're happy and sad that we got third. Regardless of my emotions, I felt like she was the one I wanted to share them with. And it got pretty clear only then that I had to get her back. After the tournament...
Only then? What do you mean only then? You've been talking about her the whole damn documentary.
To look for her and talk things out, and we have actually began dating again. Yeah, and things are actually going great.
I'd be so devastated if they broke up again, because that's what I really wanted. I'll always support a story of an ex wanting to get back together because of reasons I won't go into right now.
I love her, you know. She played a huge role, a very huge part in the me today.
Oh, real quick. I never thought to ask this. What's the stereotypical girl hero to choose? In League of Legends, we have like a stereotype that girls will choose Yumi or Lux. Those are usually the two go-to champions that like League of Legends stereotypes girls to. Like they're like, oh, if a girl joins League of Legends, they're definitely going to choose one of those two heroes or champions. Crystal Maiden, probably.
1 week ago, it was 3,000 followers. I was happy, and then it's boom, 8,000 followers. It's not about.
What the fuck website is this? 10-cent Weibo? Maybe it's like a regional website.
A number, even if 1 or 2, I'm fine. So you don't need to show numbers, actually. I think.
My father, I think, didn't have time to understand what Dandy's doing. We lost him too early.
Frame it.
And if now he can see Dandy, I'm sure that he's proud of his son.
That's low-key a funny ass thing to do. Out of nowhere, they just slammed the Ukraine national soccer team. It could be literally any sports team. They're like, you know what? Fuck the Ukraine soccer team. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Alrighty. Well, that was really cool. I appreciate that they explain a lot of things. Like I said before, like it really feels like if you're not 100 into esports, that, or even like Dota 2 in general, if you wanted to like get into it and just try to understand it, I appreciate the small things they do, like the explanation of certain things. Oh yeah, I liked this earlier because I saw the comment. It was like, this video makes me want to quit my job and become the best 2.3K MMR Dota player ever. I don't know entirely what that means, but it sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like something someone would say about being bronze, but I don't know how much MMR that would equate to in League of Legends terms. Still watching in 2016. Dendy got me right in the feels. So much nostalgia. When you watch this, it makes Fierce TI win much more beautiful. I don't remember which TI that was. I don't think I saw that. Some people had requested me to watch all the other TIs, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. It's because soccer is huge in Europe. Ah, okay. Do you stream on Facebook? No. You know, I forgot Facebook even had streaming. But let me see. I think there was a couple other things that people wanted me to watch. Let me see. Anybody comment on like something here? No, I don't got all that. I don't got much newer videos to watch, but a couple people wanted me to watch a few things. I can finally say that I watched the free to play TI. It was like,
Hello, friends, and welcome.
yeah, understanding creep aggro. Someone wanted me to watch this. So I don't know if you guys want to watch. That's cool. If not, I understand. But like unless anybody else has other things to like write down or tell me they want to watch together, I'm gonna probably watch this. Like understanding creep aggro, because like I did a little, not a poll, but I did a status where I was like, okay guys, I got through like 40 out of the 120 heroes. What do you guys want me to do to become a better player in general? So someone sent me this link to watch the best of WoW Dota. Watch True Sight. I watched a couple of True Sights, but let me see real quick. How short is the WoW Dota thing? Best of WoW Dota 2. I guess let's just watch this one. Why do they gotta have this annoying ass music? I'm just gonna mute that. Like, I literally would rather just have the original sounds. What the fuck had just happened? That's Ursa, isn't it? I've never actually seen Ursa's kit. Ursa looked like he just ran in to die. So I'm basically just watching this to see Brood Mother get sniped. The music still bangs. It's not for me. What? The fuck just happened? Oh, that was EO, wasn't it? Yeah, because what? EO could like teleport themselves and then an ally, right? What the fuck? Is this first person Smite? Not Smite, but Dota, but like it looked like Smite for a sec. Yo. That Slark, right? Or is that Ricky? I don't remember. What? What was the play? What? That's the so he fucking just he just happened to know he just happened to know exactly when he arrived in the base. That's crazy. Faceless Void. Oh yeah. Friday Faceless Void is going to be the first hero that I play. God damn. Faceless Void is hella busted. I was just like when I saw that his ult, I was like, why play Enigma? Faceless Void seems to have a similar ult, but I don't know, it looks more useful to me. I like the kit. Being killed in Fountain is still like a crazy thing for me because that could happen in League. Like you have to be like real like if you kill someone in Fountain, you are gonna die yourself if you walk into Fountain. In Dota, you can like shower in Fountain and it's still be walk out all right. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, that's cool. They show the build too. Oh, so he has a refresher orb. So Blink Dagger ult. Yeah. All right. I can't believe how much instantaneous damage he did. I guess it's because everybody was all crowded together, huh? What the fuck? Why is Phoenix turning into a long boy? I'm like waiting to see what I'm supposed to be impressed by. All right, Phoenix did a hit and run. What? Is Phoenix killing them as an egg? I didn't even know the egg did damage. I thought it was just like a Nivea egg that like it was just the passive. I didn't know that it did like a Sunfire effect. Or immolate, I mean. That's pretty crazy in itself. I had no idea that that was a thing. Full screen? Oh, yeah, you're right. I probably should have full screen. You enjoy watching compilations when you barely recognize the characters. Well, I mean, I recognize them a bit, but like, I'll enjoy it a lot more once I understand everybody a little more. I think it's still cool regardless about whether I know it or not, just because, it teaches me ahead of time.
Let's start with the creep's general behavior, and then we'll talk about exceptions and how to manipulate it. So creeps will try to attack whatever is closest to them. They are killing this creep right now, and once they finish killing it, they're going to look for a new target. Because Mirana...
My day is going great. How about everybody else? Everybody else have a good New Year?
If two targets are relatively close together, what that means, I don't know, because there is not an exact distance anywhere written down. If a unit is attacking, they will prioritize that unit who is attacking their ally. So, for example, if we have Pudge start attacking these creeps, you'll notice they don't switch to Pudge right away because they are already locked onto me, and I am within their attack range, so they don't look for a new target. But as soon as I start running, I'm going to be outside of their attack range, and they're going to reevaluate what they should be prioritizing, and because Pudge is attacking, they're going to choose Pudge over Mirana. Creeps have a vision range of 750 units, which you can see here, but there's another range you should know called acquisition range.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that it gives me a little more details than this, because I'm like,
this is the range.
It just seems so. Yeah, you ought to know that in general.
So, melee creeps have an acquisition range of 500, range creeps have an acquisition range of 600, and catapult waves have an acquisition range of 800. Another thing you might want to know is attack range. The range creep has an attack range of 500, melee creeps have an attack range of 100, which is shorter than a usual melee hero, and then catapults have an attack range of 690. If you need help visually,
I'll admit, I did not know that their acquisition was bigger than their actual attack range.
Visualizing those ranges, there is a console command you can use called Dota range display.
Nope.
I cannot use this in real games, but and they have 750 outside the 500 acquisition range. That is this green circle. If this melee creep were to be within this green circle, that means it is within 500 range of me. That's the acquisition range. And now
hey,
it's
Johnny,
going
how's
to
it going?
target me and chase me until it kills me or it loses sight of me. A little bit more on that in a moment. But the range creep is actually a 600 range, so it's more like out here. And if it walks through that area, it's going to target me. So to now show that, they're walking outside, but I am close enough. This range creep right outside this 500 range because it's actually a 600 range. If there are no other viable targets nearby, creeps will chase a target until they lose sight of it. Once they lose sight of it, they will go up to the last point they saw the hero and then give up and go back to their lane if they cannot see the hero. So we're going to have Pudge come up this cliff, and then you'll see the creeps chase up to this point. They don't see Pudge, so they give up. Sometimes this is not so...
Theoretically, could I gather enemy creeps, lead them through the jungle into another ally's lane? Like, that would be such a stupid thing to do, and it'd be so impractical, but, like, could that be something that I could do? Yeah? That sounds hilarious. That's done all the time. It's a viable strat for hard lanes. For hard lanes? Like, what? Proxy the wave behind tower. Oh, I know that. Proxying is a big thing in League as well. If you can't, if you know you can't win your lane, yeah, it's pretty much expected that you proxy behind a tower. So specifically for hard matchups. All right. Fair enough.
Perfect. Because sometimes they do walk up to the cliff, you see, and they got a little bit of vision here, and so sometimes they will see the hero and continue chasing uphill. However, if you want to guarantee this, what a lot of people will do is turn around once they're on the hill and attack a creep and then continue running. This way, the creeps have vision of the hero because, you know, Pudge attacked them, and so they will now continue chasing up the hill. That is a way to guarantee it. This chase mechanic is a little more obvious when you turn around trees because the creeps lose sight of you around the trees, but they will go up to that point, and then because they can now see around the tree, they continue to see you and they will continue to chase. So if you read the Dota wiki, the creeps are supposed to chase you as long as they have vision, unless you are outside of the acquisition range for more than 2.3 seconds. So if we're Rubik here and
not kill them, just take them behind your tower. Yeah, I could see that. You would lead them away from your minions, then yeah. Okay, I get that. I can understand that. There's a strat where Bristleback farm 3 lanes because the creeps are dragging the Bristleback. That sounds really funny.
Blink ahead of these creeps, and we are well outside that 500 range, but they have vision of us because of this observer ward. They're supposed to give up after 2.3 seconds and then go back to lane. So says the wiki, but you'll see that 2.3 seconds pass, and these creeps don't give a shit. They want to kill this Rubik so long as they have vision of him. So this is one of those things where it's kind of weird. I think in the past it did work, and I don't know if it was changed and no one knows and the Dota wiki wasn't updated or like it's bugged. Who knows? So now let's talk about how to draw creep aggro to yourself and break this general behavior. I want you to think of this as another ability your hero has. It's a passive that just doesn't show up on here, and you can use this ability every 3 seconds, and it has a 3-second cooldown once you use it. You'll see that these creeps are attacking my creeps. Because they already have their target, they're not going to look for a new one, and so I can just walk through this creep wave and they won't do anything. If their target dies, they might target me if I'm the next closest thing, but otherwise they will prioritize my creeps. But if I want to draw creep aggro to myself intentionally or not by accident, what I can do is issue an attack command on an enemy hero. This activates my passive ability that we're pretending we have called draw creep aggro or something, and as long as I'm within 500 acquisition range of the creeps, they will now prioritize me because I am attacking their heroes. We play Defense of the Ancients, but the creeps play Defense of the Heroes. And if their heroes get attacked, they prioritize whoever is attacking that hero. And you don't even have to actually launch an attack. You can just issue the attack command. So I'm going to stand here. I'm going to press A on Pudge because that's my attack command. And you see that the creeps come attack me. And they will do this for 3 seconds. If I run away after issuing that attack command, in fact, I'll just show you, they will chase me for 3 seconds before giving up. If I draw creep aggro and then just stand still, you'll notice that these creeps continue to attack me for more than 3 seconds. This is because we're back to general behavior where they have their target and so they're not going to change targets. I have to run away out of their attack range and then they will reconsider their attack priority, and because these creeps are going to be closer and they are attacking either Pudge or these creeps, they have a higher priority than me even if I stand relatively nearby, and so then the creeps will go away from me. If you read the Dota,
I guess I could kind of understand how this would be useful. I just see myself getting murdered before doing anything useful with this information.
Wiki, you're actually supposed to draw creep aggro as long as you issue an attack command within the acquisition range of the creeps, which for melee is 500 and the range creeps is 600. But you'll see here that when I'm standing here, this is a 600 range circle around me, so this melee creep is actually out of the 500 range, but I should draw the attack, the anger of this range creep, but I don't. It's only when I stand closer within 500 range and issue an attack command that this creep then aggro's over. So again, another part that I don't know if it's bugged, I don't know if it's changed and just no one documented it or whatever, but it does seem to be that you only draw creep aggro within 500 acquisition range rather than the individual acquisition range of each creep. Will that be fixed and changed later? I don't know, but I'm just going to point it out so you guys are aware of that. One common application of creep aggro is to pull the creeps towards you to get back to the safe safety of your own tower. The off lane uses this at the start of the game, but when the lane equilibrium meets up here, carries use it to pull it back this way. Mid players use it all the time, and supports should do this as well if it's too dangerous for their cores to walk up. We're not going to worry about when you need to do that so much as the mechanics of it in this particular video. So I'm going to use Axe here to pull these creeps back, and based on that 3-second cooldown earlier, I'm going to issue this attack command on Drow, run away, and you'll see they chase me for a little bit before they lose focus and start attacking the creeps here because of that 3-second duration. So if I want them to chase me further, what I need to do is stop before those 3 seconds end and allow them to attack me. So we're going to do it again. I'm going to issue that attack command on Drow, run for a little bit, and then walk back and make sure they attack me. A lot of people will tell you that you actually have to attack the creep, and that's not actually fully true. It can help, but as long as they are actually attacking you, they will stop. So you see that this melee creep is still attacking Axe. I kind of messed it up on this melee creep. He did not start attacking Axe before that 3 seconds ended, so he turned around to attack these other targets that were close by and actually chasing him. But this one is attacking me, so he is not changing, even though his friend right here is getting the shit kicked out of him by these creeps. They're technically a higher priority because they're actually attacking an allied unit, but because he already has a target, he doesn't care. Once I run away, he's going to care, and he's going to switch, for example, right here, because he reconsiders his attack priorities once I'm out of his attack range, even though I am within the acquisition range and vision range. I am out of his attack range, so he reconsiders. You can also manipulate the way creep aggro works to harass enemy heroes without drawing creep aggro. This is very important for all players, but supports, especially range supports, use this the most. Since we're not actually doing the last hitting, but we want to harass, you don't want to draw creep aggro because it messes with the equilibrium, so you want to be able to harass without doing that. So I'm going to bring Axe into this creep wave, and if I were Drow and were to attack Axe right now, I would draw creep aggro because these creeps are within 500 range of me, and I'm issuing an attack command on Axe, so they're going to attack me. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stand outside of acquisition range. I'm going to issue an attack command on Axe, and that's going to use my passive draw creep aggro ability. It's going to fail because there are no creeps within 500 range of me, but it still goes on cooldown for 3 seconds, and that means I can now walk into range of these creeps within that 500 range, and I can attack Axe, and I can't use my ability, right, to draw creep aggro because it's on cooldown, and now I can attack Axe for free. So here's the attack on Axe. I walk in, I attack Axe, and they don't care. Now if I keep attacking Axe, that 3 seconds is going to pass, and I'm going to have that ability to draw creep aggro again, and they're going to start chasing me, and then like that's an issue. So if I want to continue to harass Axe, I have to repeat this trick. I have to attack outside the acquisition range, run in, attack once, maybe twice, it depends how fast your hero can attack, and then do it again. Step outside, attack in, you see I'm within that 500 range, and they do not care. Do it again, and this is how I attack Axe a lot. Now, they don't have any targets, so I was actually within that 3-second range where they shouldn't aggro to me, but the range creeps actually have no other target, so that's why they aggro to me in this case. This is a good time to mention, spells do not draw creep aggro when it comes to this 500 acquisition.
So I'm just reading the comments, or the chat. Basically, tug of war battle. When it comes to last deny, I feel like this is like so troublesome to do while maintaining CSing and denying. If you play as support, you could use this info at level 1 to 2, harass the enemy core out of the last hit range. You want to drag the aggro so they attack your range creep, and you can deny it early on. Ah, I see. So you want to pull all the units, and then kind of drop them off on top of your ranged unit. Because what is it? Everybody says like the banner or the ranged units are the ones that cost the most gold when CSing, right? By the time I reach Legend Metal, everyone will be doing this. What is Legend like
range,
gold?
so you can use spells without harassing. if the creeps do not have a target and they're like out here looking for a target and you use a spell on their ally, they will prioritize you because you have attacked their ally, and then they will chase you. But when they already have their target, they will not draw aggro to you in the same way that an attack command will. Now, some heroes like Drow have an ability that modifies their auto attack. If you manually cast frost arrows, I don't know the exact game coding that allows this, but what I assume is that the game considers it a spell cast, and so the creeps will not draw aggro to you, even though your spell cast is really just a modified auto attack. So I'm going to manually cast frost arrows here, and you'll see that even though I'm within the attack range, the creeps don't care. But if you set your auto cast like frost arrows to autocast, and then you issue a normal command to axe, you will attack with frost arrows, but the game then considers that an auto attack, and so it will draw creep aggro. So for example here, I'm going to attack axe normally, and now they draw aggro to me. Now let's say you want to draw creep aggro, but there's no enemy hero.
That's still a thing? That sounds hella broken. What's harder, LOL lane mechanics or Dota? Probably Dota. In League of Legends, you know, all we have is just last hit. If you really want to, yes, we do have things similar to this where you want to like grab. So let's say because Dota is way more complicated, but in League of Legends, let's say your minion, the enemy is like right up here, right? Like whenever you're farming, your minion wave meets the enemy wave up here. You don't want to be over here because that's where the enemy tower is, right? So what some people will do is they call it freezing the lane. So what they'll do is they'll stand around and hopefully the enemy unit, the enemy will do one of two things. If the enemy unit is like clearing the wave like constantly, then what they'll do is they'll draw aggro of the creeps, and then let the creeps attack them, and sit in one spot where they can be attacked by only the creeps. And maybe they'll like walk around the map a little in a zigzag to try to draw it out. That's called freezing the lane. It's to make sure that the minion wave doesn't get too close to the tower, because you know if you're halfway towards the tower, like if you're in this area, then a jungler could come in and just gank you at any fucking time. And you don't want to be in that area. You always want to be in the middle or at the very least close to your tower, especially if you guys are even. Because if you're close to the tower, then there's more opportunity for your jungler to come gank. There's more opportunity to catch the enemy out under your tower to kind of get like an extra damage boost. There is also the case of what we call like a hard shove. Like if an enemy is smart, they will only last hit, and that will keep the minion wave frozen under their tower. Now that is ideal because in League of Legends it's way easier to farm under tower than it is for Dota, at least in my opinion. In League of Legends, the melee there's actually a count. So depending on the hero that you have, for Yorick, for me, Yorick has for the melee minions take 2 tower shots, and then you auto for the last hit. For the ranged units, you actually have to auto attack twice, and then let the tower do a shot onto the ranged minion. Because the thing about it is that it's just how the damage works. So what you typically want to do is auto the ranged minion that's going to be targeted, and then let the tower hit it, and then last hit it, and then so on. So like different units have different things, and there is specific ways that the tower tends to target the minions. The tower will always target the closest available target, provided that it's a minion. If an enemy champion attacks another champion under their own tower, then it'll prioritize that champion. However, even if an enemy champion is under the tower, if they're only farming creep wave, then no, they will. The tower will ignore it and in favor of the creeps. So in some cases, some heroes can really like abuse that. But yeah. So like I was saying earlier, if you're hard shoved, what people will do is that they'll try to clear all the minions as much as possible, because what they want is they want all of their, like if I'm Drill Ranger, what I'll do is I'll cast my E to clear all the minions underneath the enemy tower, so that the enemy minions, or so that all my allied minions will die under their tower range. That way the lane is reset and they both push up and meet in the middle, and then you just control it from there.
In your lane. That's actually totally fine because this ability is global. Now you have to be within 500 range of the creep, so that
Not ready for Manta dodge? I mean, that's easy. Like I did it with Chaos Knight. I dodged, I think, Zeus's ult with Chaos Knight's ult.
that part's not global, but you can attack any hero on the enemy team on the map, and because the actual attack does not matter, it is the act of issuing the command. I can issue an attack command on Lina when I'm standing within these 500 range of these creeps, and it will draw creep aggro. You can also use the top bar. This is new as of recently.
Creeps aggro works on tower too, not just with creeps. It's efficient to push lane and league because you get to only buy items in base. Yeah. What a lot of people tend to do is that, because they don't want to miss out on especially the cannon wave, they'll farm up, and then they'll try to recall at the same time as the enemy hero. Like if you get a kill and you know that the enemy hero is coming back, you don't want to just like farm and then wait for the hero to come back in order for you to recall. You want to be able to just like if there's 10 seconds until they respawn, you just want to recall right then so that you could meet them back in the lane, regardless of how the lane minion creeps look. Because you don't want to allow your enemy to have to be able to free farm by themselves. Otherwise, they'll just catch right back up.
I think it was supposed to work this way, and then it didn't, and now they've recently fixed it. So attack Lina, issue, walk up here, and you see they chase me because I couldn't see the axe while he was hiding in the trees. I couldn't use a hero in this lane. So either one works. It's whatever is easiest, but you have to actually see the hero. So I know Axe is here, and I'm issuing the attack command on Axe's portrait, but it's not doing anything because I can't see Axe. Down that same train of thought, the creeps need to see the hero issuing an attack command to actually aggro to them. So Lich here is within 500 range of these melee creeps,
but they can't be seen.
He is still, as example, early range, and saw Drow while he was out of range. This allows you to attack a bit more. For example, earlier we saw Drow have to stand out here, attack Axe, and then walk into range, and so she only gets 1 or 2 attacks before she has to step away. If you use the vision of the tree line and attack from fog, you can usually attack 3, maybe 4 times, depending how fast you are, without drawing creep. So there's more harass potential, and that's why you'll see so many supports play this area and try to harass, because it's easier to do that without drawing creep aggro, but it is still possible to do from down here, just to a limited extent. You will also draw aggro when you damage enemy heroes. This is not the same as drawing aggro through issuing an attack command, but if I were to attack Axe or launch a spell at him or have damage over time on him, and he is near this creep wave within the 500 acquisition range of his own creeps, they will consider that an attack on their allied hero because it's within their acquisition range, and they will then go find the target that attacked Axe. So as Drow, I'm going to issue an attack command on Axe here. Even though I am well outside the acquisition range, you'll see that these 2 creeps were within the 500 range of Axe, and so they got mad that I attacked him, and they're going to come chase me. Whereas these 2 creeps were outside of that 500 acquisition range of Axe, and so they just don't give a shit, and they just kept going on their usual behavior, which is to run down the lane. You have to be particularly careful when you have damage over time like Jakiro. If he were to use Dual Breath on Axe right now as the next creep wave is walking in, if Axe just runs away this way, it's fine, but if Axe runs into the creep wave within that 500 acquisition range, these creeps are going to see the damage Axe is taking, and they're going to say, who's damaging Axe? They're going to see the Jakiro, and they're going to aggro to the Jakiro if they have vision of Jakiro. If Jakiro is out of sight, then it's fine. But a lot of times people will dual breath and continue to chase the target. They'll be within vision, and then the creeps will aggro over. So I'm going to be Jakiro. I'm going to stay out of sight in this case.
Fair enough. There are plenty of times in League where this is pretty similar. Like someone will fight. Someone will try to pick a fight within the enemy minion wave, and they easily lose the fight just because Winions.
Case after dual breathing Axe, and you'll see that they don't aggro. So dual breath on Axe, run away. Axe runs into the creep wave. He doesn't have vision of Jakiro, so the creeps don't care. Now this time I've given.
Wait, but what about dots? No, yeah. What about dots? If there's vision of you and you're in the acquisition range, would dots trigger the minions as well?
Axe and Observer, and I've placed it right over here, so he will have vision of Jakiro this time. So Jakiro uses dual breath, stands over here out of sight, but now the creeps have vision of Jakiro and they go, hey, someone's hurting Axe, let's go mess that guy up, and so now they aggro over to Jakiro. This can be a way for support players to know when there's vision, because you should have been out of sight because you're like back here or something, but the creeps still aggro, then you know the enemies had vision here as your damage was affecting the enemy hero and the creeps aggroed from it. If you want to mess up creep equilibrium, like you're an offlane player trying to get it back, then you want to look for these opportunities when the enemies like Jakiro or Venomancer hit you with a damage over time spell, or you see a spell projectile coming in like a Skywrath Mage. The projectile's a little bit slow, so you have time to run over towards a creep wave that has no target, and they will then chase you. Again, if the creeps are fighting each other in the lane, remember we saw earlier, spells do not draw creep aggro in that case, and so if that's the situation you're fine, it is specifically further up in the lane, like up here or like back here if you're the position 4, like playing a little deep. You want to be careful of drawing the creep wave to you when they have no other target, and your spells will do that. Except for the very first creep wave that spawns, this creep wave cannot be aggroed whatsoever until they meet the enemy creeps here in front of their tower. So you can be behind the tower in those situations, and the creeps will just walk by. This is also why you see sometimes people harass enemy carries running to their lane, and the creeps just do not care, even though you're within range. From the second situations,
I think I dissociated. I need to hear that again.
In front of their tower. So you can be behind the tower in those situations, and the creeps will just walk by. This is also why you see sometimes people harass enemy carries running to their lane, and the creeps just do not. So
what the fuck is happening?
Cannot be aggroed whatsoever. Except for the very first creep wave that spawns, this creep wave cannot be aggroed whatsoever.
Oh, that's why.
In front of their tower. So you can be behind.
That's stupid.
From the set within creep wave until the 5-minute mark, the creeps cannot be aggroed until they reach within 1500 range of their tier 1 tower, which is somewhere around here where the Sand King is standing, a little closer, I think, or neutral creeps are within their acquisition range. So the second wave, it doesn't really matter because there are no pull camps yet, but third wave onwards, if the pull camp like comes over here, then the aggro rules reset, and if the enemy position 4 was here, they could try to draw creep aggro away from that pull so that the pull doesn't happen, and then they like do a creep drag or something. So then, just to show that, you see Lich is here, he's fine harassing until he gets a little closer to the tower, and now the creeps care. So this is 1500 range of the tower. Now they will aggro to me. You see heroes dying around the map because they are now drawing creep aggro once the creeps reach the 1500 range of the tier 1 tower, which means if you stand further up here or over here, then the creeps still will not care and they'll just walk past you. So if you're trying to do a creep drag in the early game, make sure you're somewhere here to actually draw creep aggro and not trying to do it over here. This worked in the past. If you're coming back,
League of Legends has no system like that. The very first wave, it does not matter. You could start proxying the very, very first wave. League doesn't like, it's not like, because like proxying is so fucking dangerous. It's so easy to get caught out, provided that you have a competent jungler. But there are some junglers that over prioritize their farm over like a guy that's proxying, because when you're proxying, you're taking a lot of damage from the minion creeps. Now, the whole idea about proxying in League is that you want to die at a tower like 90% of the time, because if anybody chases you down, if anybody tries to attack you while you're proxying, then you're fucked, because you either die to the jungler or try to hope to God that you get out of there, or you execute yourself so the jungler doesn't get the gold. But like the moment you get attacked by anyone, you better hope you could get out of there. Like that's why like a lot of people tend to try to be at low HP so that they can instantly execute just in case. But like, it is so easy to counter proxying, but it's up to the jungler, which just depends on the jungler.
From Dota, from a long break. You used to be able to do this. It was so broken. That's why we changed it, and it now works the way it does. After 5 minutes, though, it's free-for-all. You can aggro the creeps from right here. They don't care. They'll just attack whoever's in their way. So now we know how to draw creep aggro, intentionally or not. Once you do, you can attempt to de-aggro the creeps if you don't want them attacking you. However, this is a bit of a misnomer, even though it's the most common terminology, and it causes a lot of confusion about why it doesn't seem to work sometimes. So what you do is you issue an attack command on your own creeps or an allied hero.
Is there a reason why he always has a Dagon? Like, it's probably doesn't matter at all, but I'm just like, why does he always have a Dagon?
Instead of the enemy units, and this will de-aggro. What's actually happening is that you are telling the units attacking you to reprioritize, and they will then go through their list of attack priorities, and if they have something more important to attack than you, they will switch targets and go attack. But there are situations where you are still the highest unit priority, and they will continue to attack you, even though there are seemingly other things they are supposed to attack because we have de-aggroed them. That is not true. They are reprioritizing, and sometimes they reprioritize back to you. So I'm going to issue an attack command on my own creep here when I unpause. And what I think will happen, because it is a little messy sometimes, is that this melee creep and this melee creep, they're attacking me right now. But within their attack range is also these creeps, my allied creeps, that are attacking them. So when I de-aggro, the new priority is that I am just standing here. I am a hero passively standing here compared to creeps that are attacking them. So these creeps are going to take a higher priority because we're both within attack range. But this inner melee creep, I think, is the 100 attack range. I am within that attack range, but I don't think this creep is within the attack range. So I don't think this melee creep is going to stop attacking me when I try to de-aggro. This range creep is attacking me, and when I de-aggro, the closest attacking unit is going to be this melee creep. So I think this range creep will attack this melee creep. Let's find out. So here they're all attacking me. I attempt to de-aggro, and there we go. I am correct. In this situation, the melee creeps are already locked on to Ogre Magi. So even though I'm going to have Mirana attack them, Mirana becomes the highest priority target as a unit within acquisition range who is attacking their allies, aka them. But because they are already locked onto a target who is still within their attack range, they will not switch. Even if Ogre Magi issues an attack command on Mirana, like so, he is within their attack range and they do not switch. But if he steps out of their attack range, even without de-aggroing by attack clicking Mirana, they are going to reconsider their attack priority once he is out of their attack range, and they're going to go, holy shit, Mirana has been hitting us this whole time, let's go attack her. Even though this Ogre Magi is closer to us and within acquisition range, the Mirana further away is higher priority because she is attacking allies. If Ogre Magi draws creep aggro by issuing an attack command on ET, he cannot de-aggro them from himself by issuing attack commands on Mirana within those 3 seconds. But within that 3 seconds, your allies can actually draw the creep aggro to themselves by doing their own attack commands on enemy heroes. So I'm going to draw creep aggro as Mirana, and I'm going to try to call it back as Ogre right away. You see, it kind of worked. I think what happens here, which is why it gets messy, is that this melee creep who is still attacking Mirana had entered attack range of Mirana, and even though Ogre Magi does his own attack call, they are now both equivalent highest priority units. And so because he is already within attack range, he doesn't switch. These two were not within attack range, and even though they're both high priority, the highest priority, Ogre Magi's was the most recent call, so they go to him. I
Not gonna lie, this guy's video is way more intuitive than Dota's actual tutorial system.
don't fully
Just
understand
saying.
it, but that seems to be how it works. So if, say, Mirana is dying to creeps and she cannot get them off of herself, Ogre Magi, you guys supporting your carries or whatever, try to call the creeps to you to keep your ally safe. And it'll probably work, I don't know. Long story short, if you accidentally aggro creeps, it's more important to run out of their attack range, and then as you run away, try to A-click something on your own team, and ideally it's something on your path. So like running this way, it would be better to A-click the range creep in front of me so I don't have to turn, as compared to like this melee creep, in which case I'm going to stand still and turn to A-click it. We do have turn rates, if you didn't know, if you're like learning the game, so it literally takes time. It's not instant compared to some other MOBAs, so it'd be preferable to pick something in front of you.
That
But like
still
I said, the
tilts
most
me
important thing is to
sometimes.
just run out of
Not
their
all the
attack
time,
range,
but
and then
sometimes.
because your creeps are in the lane and they're
Turn
not
rate
looking to
is the most
attack
fucking
other
annoying
creeps
thing I've
or
ever
enemy
heard
heroes,
of in a
they will have high
MOBA
priorities
ever.
on them. So either the 3 seconds will end because you drew creep aggro through an attack.
Do you guys think there's anybody that makes videos like this, but for Pokemon Unite? I'm kind of curious now, but I'll wait until after the video's over.
Command, or they just happen to aggro to you, so you're not they're not locked onto you, they're willing to chase other things. Just run away, and
I
eventually they will
know what
prioritize
the
one of your
tutorial
creeps
system
in
is
the
for.
lane.
I'm
If you
just
have no
saying
creep,
that the
just keep running
tutorial
your camp.
system
By the
is
way,
shittily
catapults
made.
are the lowest attack priority of everything around them, so creeps will only attack catapults when there is nothing else. All the other creeps have to die, and if any enemy heroes walk into range, they will immediately switch from the catapult to the hero, because passive heroes are higher priority than even a catapult attacking a creep. So here you see Axe walks in and the creeps immediately switch, and there's no way for Axe to de-aggro these creeps back to the catapult unless he has like a blink or something to get out, and you eventually have to wait for like the next creep wave to come in before the creeps will get off of you. It's also why if you ever have a single catapult on its own attacking a neutral camp and you try to come up to farm it, the neutral camp switches from the catapult and immediately starts beating the shit out of you. I want to quickly talk about the neutral creep aggro because it follows a similar rule as the lane creeps, but not exactly, and it's another like fuzzy area where the wiki will say one thing but they won't fully do it, so I'm like, who really knows? But when you attack neutral creeps, they have that same 3-second lock-on period where you cannot de-aggro them. They will chase you for that 3 seconds. After that 3 seconds, they will continue to chase you so long as you are within like the range, and at some point they will give up. Unlike lane creeps who will chase you to the ends of the earth so long as they have vision, they have a certain distance they will walk from the pull camp. It's called the leash range, but what that leash range is like fuzzy and it's not always matched up with what it's supposed to be, so I won't go into the specifics, but you've all seen it. You attack, you run, and at some point, like around here, they stop chasing and they walk back. It's supposed to be a distance / amount of time once they step out of the pull camp. So here we are. We issue an attack command. They are locked on. We try to de-aggro. These melee creeps chased for 3 seconds were not within attack range at the end of those 3 seconds, where I was spam clicking Tusk to de-aggro, aka reprioritize, and they decided it's not worth it, I'm just gonna go home. But this range creep is already in attack range, so he is going to continue to attack me until the end of his leash range, which is a certain amount of time once he has stepped outside of his pull camp. And you'll see that also works with lane creeps, which is why sometimes your pulls don't happen. But fortunately, the attack from this range creep launched, and so even though this range creep was outside the acquisition range of these melee creeps, I was within their acquisition range when I took damage, and so it's that same idea we saw earlier.
Okay, I didn't think that this worked for creeps as well. I thought it just worked for
when neutrals
hero
are in their resting
interactions.
state, even in the daytime where they're awake but just sitting in the camp, you can't aggro them unless you walk within their attack range, then they'll get mad at you. But once they are active because someone has hit them, they follow aggro rules, and you can actually draw creep aggro from them either by attacking them or by attacking an enemy hero, and that will actually do that same like creep aggro call. So here's the attack, and then here's me actually drawing them away. Even though I didn't issue an attack command, I was close to them within that 500 acquisition range. I issued an attack command, so they chose me. This gets messy, especially when you actually attack the creeps instead of the heroes. So it won't always work, but that's why you'll sometimes see them just turn around, and if you're trying to interrupt pulls, it's a very good thing to know. If these creeps are attacking, then you can just consider them as like lane creeps that are attacking, and these creeps don't like that, so they're going to attack back. But if these creeps are in runaway mode, they have given up on that leash range, they're not attacking the enemy creeps, they're just passive creeps that may be within acquisition range, but if something else comes in that is more important, they will not chase these, and they'll chase something else instead. So Mirana can then interrupt at that time. So Pugna is going to attempt to pull here, and Mirana could try to creep aggro these creeps away, but let's say she just messes that up. Let's have this pull go through. So she can now come in and draw aggro from these creeps for the 3 seconds, and in that time, these creeps ran away, so the pull was stopped. But let's say the pull happens, either because these creeps are still attacking, even if you try to draw creep aggro away, the 3 seconds pass, and they're still attacking, they get drawn in. Mirana can draw the creep aggro by attacking Pugna, but she can't, like, end this neutral camp. Like, even if she tries to stop aggro by issuing an attack command on hers, I don't know. They're like in fight mode. So the de-aggroing of the neutral camp works when you're like doing the pull and they haven't started fighting. But I find like once the pull starts happening, there's not a trick to like draw the enemy aggro to yourself and then de-aggro the neutral camp at the same time. They want to fight the lane creeps, and so they will. So that's all I want to cover in this video. I'd say the most important things for you to understand after all of this is how to draw creep aggro and how to de-aggro it, how to use that to harass without drawing creep aggro, or how to intentionally draw creep aggro so you can pull them backwards in the lane to get a better position, and then also how to interrupt pull camps potentially. I'd say those are like the 4 most important lessons from this. There's actually a lot more advanced applications of this, mainly used to last hit and to mess with the enemy, but all of that is pretty advanced, and it's not strictly necessary until you reach a very high level of Dota. So I may make a separate video on that. If you guys are interested, let me know. But I think for most players in most brackets, if you can understand this like 4 topics and relatively like try to apply them, even if sometimes it doesn't work, it gets messy, that's okay. I think that's a very good place to start. And then I might cover tower aggro in a separate video because that's its own whole like confusing mess of aggro rules. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them.
All right. That was very informative.
Hello, friends, and
that video was less painful than I thought. I thought this video was gonna like be like a pain in the fucking ass to watch, because like when someone recommended me this video and I was like, oh my fucking god, it's half an hour of listening to this guy yap about a video game that I'm playing passively. That was very informative and entertaining enough to pay attention to. Thank God. Being a support early game on higher elo is stressful. That's why most veteran pros on pro scene right now are mostly supports, because they know how to play around the map in a long time because of experience. Fair enough. I don't want to watch any more educational shit regarding Dota, because I don't want to overwhelm myself with all this info. I think I'll like remember like the gist of it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll watch more the next time. I think that's about all I wanted to watch today, so I might just end it there unless anybody has anything for me to be watching. Maybe less on the educational side and more on the fun side. React to Dota 2 skill shots. Dota 2 skill shots. Dota 2 skill shots. Is there even a video like that? What the fuck, skill shots? All right, sure. That sounds interesting. This is like a 1-minute video. What? All right, how does she possibly miss this? Oh. Oh, that's how. That's painful. What? That close? He comes out of the pit. Oh! That had to have been an accident. There's no fucking way that was on purpose. That'd be such horse shit if she did it on purpose. I wonder if this is the video that I was they wanted me to watch. It's the only video I saw that said Dota 2 skill shots. That's fucking that's so stupid, silly fun. Rashawn used to be there. So yeah, I was like, that's a little close from what I remember. And the Bash? What do you mean the Bash? Have I ever watched Anti-Mage Aizen? I don't think I have. I'm sorry, I think I saw something that was kind of... I'm seeing a lot... Ooh, hello. Gotta watch that later. Anti-Mage Aizen. Watch Dota 2 Wombo Combo. Which one's the Anti-Mage Aizen? Is this video here? Why do so many people hate Anti-Mage? Why? Is that why he just W's out of there? What? Wait, why is Razor taking damage? Oh, because he countered. I thought counter spell just nullified it. I haven't played anti-mage in like a month or two. It just straight up like reflects the spell. That's what? Oh, he has Midas. Why the fuck does he have Midas? Well, I guess for the attack speed, huh? And the farming. The one with the bleach sound? Okay, I'm gonna go back to look at it then. You can watch the TI short contest entries. Previously, it reflected spells, and Razor W does auto attacking. Luck is no excuse. Indeed. Luck is part of skill, everybody. There's a reason why you can raise luck as an ability trait in video games. Luck is part of skill. Just look at Kazuma from Konosuba. It's getting late. I was just like, what the fuck am I supposed to think? We have the same thing as this, but with League of Legends as well. $25 MMR. Wait a minute. Dota 2 ranks. If you win a game of Dota and you get only 25 MMR, that's a lot of fucking hours that you have to spend to rank up. Is that how it works? Just 25 MMR? I guess that's why you have those double tokens, but damn. It ranked, it can vary. Okay. So what's the lowest, the highest that you can get in rank? 50 max. Not as bad, but still kind of crazy. I guess League is pretty much the same, though League is like every 100 per rank, so say like 5 ranks for each rank. There's sometimes you can earn like 30. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've read Bleach. I don't remember the Aizen arc all that well. I don't know who the fuck that's supposed to be. Like, I know it's Crystal Maiden, but I'm like, I am Jesus. I remember when Aizen said that he was Jesus. Who's that? I don't remember who this is. That's not Ricky, is it? It's Ricky Mar. I wish that there was like a Zabuza arc with this guy. The Wind Demon Shuriken! Bro, you look like Dante right now. He's gonna let Nero spear you? Impale you, I guess. He has the pipe.
強化水月を使っていないと錯覚していた。
A few moments later.
Okay.
What if I told you you could make 3?
I love you, Sea-Dog, but not right now. There's a video that I want to share now. Yeah! The Arabian outfits always look so fucking good, don't they? I love them so much. There's one more thing I want to... Hold on. League of Legends. All Might. This is like the League... Like the Dota equivalent to what we just saw. But this one is way better because it's hand-drawn. Try not to fall asleep. Why are you trying not to fall asleep? Oh, you guys probably don't know this because you guys don't have surrender vote in Dota, but in League of Legends, obviously there's surrender vote, right? You need 4 people to agree to the surrender vote. 4 out of the 5. If you get 3 out of the 5, you continue playing. So what I like to do is I like to play this game of Among Us. However, I only do this if my team has been toxic. If my team has been toxic to me, if they've been assholes all game and some shit like that, I will do what I call Among Us. If someone disconnects and, you know, we have to get 4 people to vote yes, I will still vote no, and then we automatically have to keep playing. So I will say no every time, and then I'll ask, who the fuck said no on this no-brainer? We're 0 and 30. Why the fuck wouldn't we surrender? Even though I was the one that voted no. I want them to. I want more infighting. Maybe wait until I meet the crowded bird. Oh, who was the ADC in the previous video? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look back. Why did that say 52-52? Is that a Korean thing? But you guys get the idea of it. If you guys really want to see the rest of the animation, you guys can watch it yourselves. Yumi. Let me see. You asked who was the ADC in the previous video. Let me double check. This guy? If you're talking about that guy, I have no fucking clue. They're both supports. Oh yeah, you're like 3 hours ahead of me. If it's that late, why don't you go to bed? Why are you trying to stay up? I wonder, does Dota have any cool animations? Dota 2 animations. Oh, this looks cool. The idea that you have to pull out the map to just swipe at it to ping.
Hey, Sven, what happened?
By the ghastly Eerie! How is that not enough? From this vantage point, I would have...
Does nobody have money for sentry wards?
No.
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 These guys are so me. I'm just like, I'm never. Wait, what is he holding? Those bones? What's Pudge holding?
Everybody, get ready.
Watch Dota contest. Via, wait, what? What the fuck? God damn it! Wiles of the Wisp Dota 2 short film contest 8th place finalist.
Oi, listen, I can't understand a word you just said. I don't speak.
All right, this is gonna sound really bad, but I just gotta say, if these are good, there's got to be some good Dota 2 porn. Is that Wisp's ult, or is that what Wisp looks like?
What have we here? This better be worth it. Where'd that funny light come from?
You need to work.
This ain't how I pictured it. Hey!
Pleased to meet you.
Come on, big fella. We'll get ourselves out. Okay, it was a whisper got me into this mess. I what?
Let's go north.
No, south. Oh. Can we get a light?
Hey, the Brood Mommy.
What does that even mean?
Brood Mommy just lets him live?
Oh, come on, really? You're mental, son. Mental.
You're free.
Nah, I think he's dead. Oh, come on.
Hey!
Hey! We didn't need...
Shut up and say thank you.
Hold on a minute.
Ah, Wisp, your mordant wit is wasted on these gross beings. Huh?
Stop! Oh, you want some of this, hey?
That was cute. Oh, first place winner. Damn! The bitch got impaled! You share a link? Yeah, go ahead. Did the... What? Was the spear inside her? Still? Does that mean the spear died too? How does buyback work in the lore of this universe? What's going on? Oh, doggone. They have the little creeps having the items. You know what? That would be a hella fun game mode. Having like your couriers have like be able to buy active items to use. Or if like maybe they could set up traps and shit like a Brood Mother's Agnem or whatnot. Oh, that's a pretty cool detail of Alchemist throwing them the Agnem. Couriers could Dagon? Really? Wait, so couriers can use active items? Oh, it just didn't last long. Okay. I still wonder. Okay. I still wonder how buyback works in this world. Jump! Do a flip! I don't know why, but this reminds me of Kutis Engaged. Who the fuck was that? I don't think I recognize this hero. Troll Warlord. Oh, that's why I don't recognize him, because I never got the chance to play him. And I haven't really seen him that much. I think I've seen Troll Warlord maybe once or twice. Is he bringing them scrolls? That's pretty fucking funny. I love this. I can see why this got first place. But yeah, I guess early game you probably could strand people up on the cliff, huh? Anytime that they try to get the courier to bring them scrolls, they could just shoot them down. Man, this guy makes some really quality shit, though. Wonder if he still makes stuff. He does. 9 months ago. That's fucked up. I already seen Jenkins the Herald reviews. I'm not really interested in those. Dota 222 film short winner. Dota 2 2022 short film winner. Okay, this already doesn't look like a video that would have like only 6K subs. Oh, it's the sexy anti-mage. I think. Low-key reminds me of Heavenly Blade. I think it's just the way she looks. I don't get it. Oh, it's a Roshan thing. Got it. No mana. I'm glad that they had to make that clarification. They had to be like, oh, well, like, why would they be scared of a 1v5? Like, no mana. That's why. Damn, they only upload like once a year. Which means they should be uploading again soon, right? Right? Happy affiliate anniversary. Yeah. Funny, Mako. I really love that they, like, obviously they should use their natural abilities, but it's so cool seeing the actual abilities, like, as designed by the game, you know? The metal. Isn't Dawnbreaker an Aeon? Why is she bleeding? That's cool. I wonder if does League of Legends have animation contests like that? I don't think we do. What if I just type League of Legends, I don't know, 2024 film contest winner? I don't think we do have them. Yeah, I don't think we do have like animation contests. Nope. Thought not. Was just curious. I know, like, man, I remember like the original League of Legends trailer that had things like that. League of Legends trailer 10 years ago. Damn, that was 10 years ago? Animation still holds up, I'd say. Looks a little janky, but still looks pretty good. Oh, does anybody here know about Draven? I know everybody here is a Dota player, but does anybody know about the funny things that they do with Draven? Draven has this funny ass thing where like he's a narcissist. So they even have like silly. Is he the guy whose attacks bounce back to him? Yeah. So he throws an axe, and the thing is, his axe will like bounce back to him, and then he has to catch those axes. And the more stacks he gets from catching them, the more money he gets when he kills someone. Wood. Wait a minute. Top lane, mid lane. Support Leona died. Jungler. What the fuck? Graves ADC? That's hella crazy. Throw shot 3 times through a double barrel shotgun. So Jax, this guy, his whole thing is that he's so powerful that he uses a street lamp as a weapon instead of an actual weapon. And one of his lines is like, imagine if I had a real weapon. He's also kind of affiliated with pedos because he has a line that goes like, I love kids. And a couple pro players that liked him were groomers. Damn! Damn! Nautilus! That reminds me, I never finished my playthrough of Bioshock 1 and 2. I've only ever played Bioshock Infinite. Oh, that's why you shot more than twice. In the current League of Legends, this guy, Graves, he got reworked so that he reloads every 2 shots to better simulate being a shotgun wielder. His whole thing is that he's a close combat ADC who has an AoE auto attack. Respawn. Of course, this animation is like nothing compared to what League is capable of now. But it's still a good animation nonetheless. Nothing to sneeze at. Oh, wait, this is the trailer that made me play League. I only showed the first bit because I saw this guy and I was like, I want him. So, a little thing about me is that I have a weakness for unique weapons. And this guy using cards as a weapon was something that I thought was so cool. He was my first main. That's Twisted Fate. Hey, Bew. I don't know how to pronounce it. Bew? Thanks for subscribing. And then it just shows a bunch of other heroes and whatnot. My favorite, like, Twisted Fate was so fucking cool. Back in the day, he used to be recommended as an ADC, but he is not an ADC anymore. I mean, he could be played as one, but it's not as good. Why is there all League of Legends cinematics 2009 to 2024, and then the channel name is Smite? There's something that I wanted to show, but I don't quite remember. Only connection I have with League was where the 3 games I played and R34. To be fair, yeah, League of Legends does have a lot of Rule 34, but that's why it's peak. No. Oh man, I miss. I wonder. Oh wait. Oh, I remember what I wanted to show. League of Legends Race to the Cup, I think it was called. Yeah, this is the trailer. Road to the Cup. Oh man, I wish Dota had something like this. Please tell me if Dota has something like this. So this is all the pro players, right? This is an animation that they did for all the pro players. And the whole thing is just that they have the power of their mains. I wish they had like an actual like little mini series like this, like Chaotic. Please tell me Dota has something like this, where it's just all the pros using their mains, weapons, and abilities. That's Malphite. That's Zac. Gragas. Or Brewmaster for some people. Rise. Overwatch Rule 34 is being taken over by Marvel Rivals. Really? I haven't seen much Marvel Rivals Rule 34. Blitzcrank. I wish there was a full-on anime canon. It would be so cool. Janna, but you don't get to see anything. Well, not yet, anyway. And this is where it's cool. Like they were just fucking around, and now they do like a actual like quote unquote race to the cup. Kennen. Kennen is a ninja. Bane, the vampire hunter, uses stakes. Jace, the main character in Arcane, basically one of them. Then that was Mordekaiser, Ezreal, Blitzcrank, Lux, ulting backwards, Janna whirlwinding up. God damn, this would be so cool to see. I was secretly hoping that this was Arcane when Arcane first came to be. I was hoping that it was going to be like all the heroes and champions and whatnot, but no. I'm still happy that we got the Jinx like video, but like or the Jinx anime. But it could have been so cool. In Dota 2, you could have mains, but you mainly pick what's more useful instead of what you like to use. Nah, not me anyway. I mean, I guess I'm playing everyone, so I'm kind of like understanding everybody. Oh, Marine debuted a new song? Oh, you know what? There's one guy that's been making some pretty cool animations. Let me see. Mouth washing animations. Yeah, Joe-tastic. This guy's been like making like a fuck ton of mouth-washing animations. Where's the best one? Where is it? No, 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 no. Oh my god, he's still making like a fuck ton of animations. No. No. Where is it? Yeah.
I just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him. I just want to talk to him.
You can't shoot him.
Wait, what? What are you doing?
Arguably, what would have been the good ending. What the fuck, Nero? In League Challenger, players play 2 champs. Kind of, but not really. You have to be able to play at least 6 champions. In the possibility that all bans are wasted on you, which I highly doubt would happen. Hey, Golf, how you doing? Oh, come to think of it, isn't Apothecary Diaries getting a new anime soon? Or not new anime, but a new season? I don't know, I don't think I got much else.
Hey guys, I'm currently in New York for the Creator Summit, and
God damn it.
I love this event.
I didn't want to look at this. I want to look at these. I think there was something else that I wanted to share, but I can't remember. This is my antidepressants video playlist for when I am sad. It does not help, but it takes my mind off things, so I guess it kind of helps, but not really. Where is it? Maybe it's not on this playlist. Is everybody who's joining just woke up? Wait, what? Is everybody who's joining just woke up? Huh? Oh, well, yeah. Mako, how was work? Did you wake up from your coma after, drinking too many energy drinks? Did you wind up drinking another energy drink? I guess I don't have it here. I could have sworn that it was that I put it on my antidepressants playlist. Nope, it's not here. Oh well. I hate it when they're like, oh, 10 of the videos that you have on this playlist are gone. Why don't they just fucking remove them? Like, I'm not going to be able to find them. Just remove them. Ooh.
I'll go first. I'll show you how it's done. Attaway's green. Let's go green. Do you have like a mirror where you stream it all?
I'm going to miss Fauna so much. I'm going to watch her as Lemon Leaf at like I'm just gonna be so sad that Fauna is gonna be gone because she won't be able to interact with all the Hololive girls. At least not normally.
No, it's good though. It's a good reminder of fix your posture. That's true. Banana looking fool. Banana looking.
I think that's the end of the, like, I think this is gonna be the end of the stream.
Bye.
We could all grieve together. Everybody that is available to grieve.
Does it have an electric shock function? Maybe.
I'm not actually grieving. I have like I said, they're gonna be lemon leaf, so it's not that big a deal. I think I'm out of videos anyhow. Why do I keep seeing Guardians of the Galaxy shit? I've seen the first and third movie. I didn't watch the second movie. It's whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be the end for tonight. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. I will see you all Friday for Dota.